The MIG welder turns off, powered down, and set aside, less set and more thrown. A hand from a body that is out of view grabs what seems to be a gun off of a work table and points it at something. The camera cuts to see a piece of armor, a piece of a shell, a light maroon thrumming through its unpainted exoskeleton, this semi-alive thing that you all wear, a piece that none of you have ever seen. The gun levels. The faceless shooter pulls the trigger. And a jet of water bursts out and slides around the aerodynamic piece, the hydrodynamic piece of the shell. There's a slight chuckle. And in an instant, the gun is falling, and there's nothing holding it. And the person reappears, still faceless, next to the piece of armor, picking it up and inspecting it, running a hand across it. A burst of air had surrounded them the moment that they teleported from where the gun was to where the armor was, and pieces of paper flutter through that air, blasted by the sudden burst of wind. The papers flutter in front of the camera too quick to really pull out details, but we see maps and diagrams and schematics and handwritten notes as they flutter past. There's a slight chuckle, a piece of pride let to the wind, and the armor is set down. And for a moment, it almost feels like the camera is paused. They just don't move for a long while, until we see the very faint gesture of that hand slowly sliding across the armor and sliding off of it. They burst away from the armor and reappear next to a radio, a Sonio, hooked up to something. And they start flipping between channels. They start flipping until they hear nothing but static, delicately balancing the dial on the edge between music and between voices. And they stay there for a long while. We cut back to a ship in the water, a cargo ship half busted open with the head and the egg of a dragon inside. Your mission is, in a way, complete. And it is up to you exactly what you do with those spoils. Where are you going? What are you doing?
If I recall correctly, everyone else was kind of, you know, walking with a sense of urgency, and Theseus was crying in a heap. Is that
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
okay? Awesome. Then I think our general idea was to see if this ship has any life in it and try to use it to post back
Yeah.
to at least get closer back to port.
Locke is definitely already working on making his way to cockpit or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some sort of area where I can get controls.
There is only a single room, and to call it that is generous, besides the cargo bay on this ship. And it's also the only room past the water lock, the airlock that has still is pressurized, still is habitable. And inside are 3 bodies on the ground. All of them have burst blood vessels in their eyes, their nose, their mouth, and dark, deoxygenated blood is pooling out of their orifices.
Nice.
Sick.
Locke definitely grimaces at that, but just tries not to pay it too much mind.
Are any of them is this the ship that we were sent to find?
Absolutely it is.
Yep.
Okay. So we basically take the ship back and we are good to go. That's proof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your just to make absolutely sure, your objective was to find out what caused this problem and to fix the problem, which you absolutely have done. Bringing the
Sick.
ship back is it would probably be a good idea though. But just to be clear.
Yeah, and I think Deja's kind of staring at the heap of Theseus and over over our sonar. It's just like, come on, kid, we gotta go.
Yeah, has Theseus even approached the ship, or is Theseus still next to the
I think I'm
chopped
still
off
next
neck?
to the dragon. Like, I think,
Yeah, the blood is slowly like waving on and off of you as the current of the water around you kind of like scrapes it away forcefully over time. There's just like this murky haze of deep maroon blood around you.
I think when Deja says that, because Theseus was in the middle of telling the dragon a story, you just hear like a, and like they try to like wipe their eyes, but they're wearing the suit, so they don't really register that. So you just see their arm move to quote wipe their eyes, and they kind of sniffle and I'm not done with my story.
Okay. Anyone ever tell you about the food chain, kid?
Anyone ever tell you grief hurts? Just because they're wild animals out here doesn't mean that they don't have a life. I mean,
I look. I'm not gonna act like it brings me a thrill, but we're doing what we have to do to survive. That's what we do. We're people. We endure. Other things are stronger than us. Other things are faster than us. Other things do crazy, insane bullshit way better than we do. And yet, here we are, conquering every barren fucking rock that you've ever seen. Because we're stubborn as shit. Now, I left my anchor over there after I hit a nuke with it. It was a whole thing. I'm gonna go grab it. You have until I get back to finish your story. And Deja's gonna go jog back over to where she left her anchor on the seafloor. Because it was
Yeah, absolutely.
it was
We can-
losing its shit a little bit.
We can absolutely just add that. Okay, yeah, it's already back in your inventory. But
Yeah, yeah.
lorically, yeah, you go and
Yeah.
jog over to go grab it.
It's the this is me playing nice, kid. Like,
Yeah, and
I'm going to-
just to describe it a touch, as you get closer, the kind of like this knot kelp, these vines around it reach out to you like little tendrils, and the vines upon your suit reach out, and they intertwine as your hand fits around the base of the anchor.
Hmm. Do you think that this symbiotic thing would allow me to essentially have it just rest on like the back of the suit instead of having to just carry it? I'll just carry it.
Rest the anchor there? Absolutely.
Yeah, just kind of like a like a sheath.
Yeah,
air
you
quotes.
you place it there, and the vines like wrap in cords around it, like paracord around a handle, and they like cinch tight, and we can see the kind of like the as the tension grows in them, the faint neo-sanguine glow grows as well.
Fun. Oh boy. And then she will walk back over to Theseus.
Yeah, during that, is Theseus telling the story to the Sonio?
yeah, I think she's wrapping up, but she's not on her feet. Man.
Yeah, the last spurts of blood have long since stopped coming out of the drake's neck. But you do get that faint memory of that moment when your heart beat for two.
I think I just pet it one last time. And then as I see Deja approaching, I get up and just slouchily walk towards the ship.
Oh, good.
Meanwhile, I think Mako is going to kind of scout out the ship a little bit more, see if anything else happened to the ship specifically besides the, I think you said there was a hole in the side.
So the ship itself is actually quite intact. The hull, sorry, the cargo bay had water in it already because the dragon had picked at the lip of it to try to get inside, presumably to try to get the egg.
Right.
But the actual crew quarter, the cockpit, right,
Yeah.
is basically untouched. There was like some scrapes at the bottom, but it was very clear that like this ship was flying low. It got hit with the breathless flame, and the pilots just fucking died.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
I'm kind of just chilling.
you have the head, and there is the egg that's in its case in the back. Yeah. If you want to, are you gonna keep that in the? You can close the hatch mostly, not enough to get it to like drain and become airtight again. But you could close the hatch so that it would be safe to put the head and the egg in the back.
I
Yeah.
think that seems reasonable.
Okay.
Like, whatever we're gonna do with these things, we need to make sure that they're intact.
Yeah. And Flux has the the flame spitter, I guess we can call it. The organelle that produces the
organ.
fucking
Yeah.
produces
Yeah,
That's
the
all
shit.
Fluxes. I'm
Yeah,
not fucking with that. I know. I know when to pick my battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't. I think Jay has been around Flux enough to know that this is not a. Who cares?
Yeah.
Enjoy your trophy.
Have a fun snack.
Are y'all still out in the cargo bay?
Yeah,
Amazing.
we all have essentially just grouped back up, and now we are.
Okay.
It's basically we're just waiting on you to say that you get the ship running.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Jay's like, Locke, you got any good news for us, or are we walking a very long way?
So, before I answer that, is there some sort of system? So, was the cargo bay flooded? It was flooded, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Was there some sort of system in place to be able to unflood it?
Not
There
the ship have
there
power
is
at all?
a system for that, but the problem is the lip of the hatch is really fucked up, and it's probably not worth spending like an hour to try to make it
Okay.
watertight again, because you have to like to make something watertight in this shit 2,000 meters below the surface is hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as you'd know the best.
Okay. So, in that case, I think instead of trying to like actually power it up and go through the motions there, I think I'm gonna have like E try to take over. Plus, Locke's not a pilot; he just knows
Yeah.
how it works,
You
not
has
like
this happened
someone.
before? Have you had to put key into a ship?
Um, I want to say no. Probably not. Probably not something this large. It's usually like smaller devices.
Yeah, totally. You know, like turrets and drones and shit. Yeah, I think that maybe the biggest thing you've probably put them inside is like, you know, the size of a car, and this is like the size of a bus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so key kind of like lands on the dashboard as you start thinking about putting key into the ship. And yeah, you gonna go ahead and give him the go ahead.
I know this one's a little bit bigger than your average, uh, but it's you got this.
That's what she said.
And the bird kind of puffs up its little chest, and then it goes limp. Um, you probably have some like springs and shit into it, so that way like it doesn't fully fall to the ground. But you can see like
Yeah.
as the life leaves the bird and it's weak little force just keeps it stuck there. And you see, probably better than anyone else sees, this neo-sanguine spirit exit the bird, a wisp, an aurora with 4 eyes that leaves it and then worms its way like a gas into all of the controls, every crack, every little button becomes the like a suction of these tendrils that are leaking inside of it, and the ship shudders, and the lights inside the cockpit and the kind of dim ones that are trying to work inside of the cargo bay go from white to neo-sanguine, and the whole ship shudders with life. And it begins to pick itself up, not like how a ship does, but like how a whale does. It totters side to side, and it almost feels like the thing is breathing as it moves. And in your head, Locke, you can feel Key struggling. Like this is, it's not just that it's big, it's that it's big and complex and slow and a little fucked up. And yeah, you can see on the monitors, which are trying to still stay stable, but like with Key inhabiting it, it's like there's 2 minds inside of one body, and all the sensors are going fucking haywire. But you can see that the ship is moving much slower than it would be if it had an actual pilot.
Are you thinking you're gonna be able to get us home there, buddy?
You can feel the panels shudder like a noise around you, and and you can feel that like Key is a little unsure but still cocky about it, and it gives you an affirmative.
He is so cute.
Alrighty. And then I think with that, he's gonna finally answer back and be like, I think we got our way home. Don't mind the mess when you come in.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And what is home? Are you guys heading to the Coral Church? Are you heading to just the dock? Where are we going?
Let's go to the dock.
Okay. I will say all of you know that it is like whether it's even a concrete rule that someone has to say or not, but it would be utterly and completely sacrilege to bring the head and the egg of a monster to the Coral Church. It is you can't bring something like that to some place so holy.
Yeah.
Understood.
But Samson
We're going to the dock.
does send you all a message in transit, which is like, could somebody please explain what? And then he sends back the little egg, thumbs up, thumbs down, question mark meant to all of you, and it's like, what Flux meant by this, and that you guys have an egg.
I sent back a message that says they killed the mother and there was an egg. And it's just a sad face.
Yeah. And Samson sends a picture to
I
you,
think it's just they killed the mother, actually. I don't think I said there was an egg. I just say they killed the mother.
Oh,
Theseus, you get a message in kind of like direct messaging, which slowly comes in like a dot, like a matrix printer, 1 pixel at a time,
yeah.
black and white, that appears
Hell
onto
yeah.
your screen, and it's like dithered to try to show grayscale and stuff. That is a picture of the egg that you guys have. It's a little bit different, like the patterning is slightly different, and you can't see the coloring. Obviously, it's definitely not the exact one, but you can tell it's like probably from the same species. And Samson says, does it look like this?
Trying to think.
Log maybe
Am I
looking at
able
this
to
group
take-
message.
Am I able to take like this is a DM?
That part is a direct message.
Okay.
Though, if you want to roll to see if Locke has already hacked into all of your communication devices and has a backdoor, it's going to be
Oh
hard,
my
but you
God.
absolutely can.
I do not think Theseus is thinking about that. So if there is a backdoor, oh well.
If you want to just roll, if you want to roll for just having a backdoor into Theseus's, it'll be easier. It'll be like a 2 versus a 4.
Okay. Yeah. Let me do that.
Okay, cool. Just give me a 2.
Can I roll
and
for my suit being new? Not for Theseus figuring it out, but just my suit being new and that sort of thing. Can I roll against that?
More complex
Um,
patterns.
yeah, give me essentially assist the 2 that I have made up by just selecting your shells, which I think is like a 2, And if you want to say that you've actually spent any like mental effort trying to make it more secure, you could add like brain or some other aspects.
Could I add distorted light?
Yeah. Yeah, if your dad put some security measures in there.
I mean, that's a you question.
Well, no, it's for the dice.
True.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, like the 2 is like what I think the world thinks that this is the difficulty of this. But if you want to add to it with your shit, so you just roll those 2 dice, and let's see what you get.
What is okay? Just these 2 dice. I don't
Yeah.
add anything else. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
All right, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, so Locke, you still just got to beat it 2.
Yeah. So I think I want to use Bond's Dismantle.
Ooh. Can you justify that?
So just his general history with previous groups, maybe someone withheld information that caused things to kind of go poorly.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. I like it.
Yeah.
Totally. And this is
I
definitely a
don't hold
brain,
back.
unless you can tell me something otherwise. But you have a 3 there, so I don't. You think
Yeah.
But yeah.
I got it.
Why would this be at why I don't hold back?
I think this is kind of Locke's way of doing everything to completion, which is also includes protecting his team, even if it includes invading their privacy.
I see it.
Okay. Reluctant, yes.
Okay, I'll take it. And then QA testing.
Yep.
Okay.
No, nothing you need to say there. I could see at least one other thing you could add.
Top shelf engineer.
Okay, I can see at least 2 other things you could add.
Okay.
Oh.
I love when that happens.
A wrench is better used by its owner.
How does that make sense?
See, I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the opposite. This is not your
Engineer's
wrench.
toolkit? Question mark.
Yeah, it's not my wrench. It's someone else's wrench.
You had to hack in with something.
Yeah,
And
that was
you
the one
have
I was
some
thinking
tools.
of. Is it?
The toolkit? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got more than just wrenches in there. You've got shit to help with this. You basically have a flipper 0 in there somewhere. Which is probably what you used. Okay, I would like to point out it is absolutely still called a flipper 0.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
seeing-
because yeah,
I'm hitting the button.
Okay. Oh, let me press tab so I can see.
Ayo.
That's a 3. All right, you see whatever
Fucking A.
Theseus sees. Can you add in your enhancements? We'll add this to notes later, but that you have a backdoor to Theseus's phone.
Sure.
If you just press escape, you can see enhancements and you can write it like a regular
Little
thing.
guy. I'm just a little guy.
Oh well. I mean, Locke probably has one for all of us.
Look, I was crying outside the ship for like 30
I
minutes.
think canonically, because we rolled to see if just it was Theseus, it's just Theseus. Because it would have been a
nice,
4
dude.
to try
Yeah.
to succeed to have every single party members have a backdoor and no one have noticed.
The others
It's-
haven't been.
it's
Here's
fucking
the thing.
stupid.
Here's the thing. Mako has like 2 burner phones.
That's true, but it does absolutely. But yeah, the canonic, like for sure, Locke only has the backdoor to Theseus, and so Locke, you see this picture of the egg coming through, and Theseus, the little like dot 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 symbol of Theseus typing. Theseus, how do you reply?
Can I take? Can I? Can I? Is it possible to take a selfie of like me with my fucking sobbing eyes and just a thumbs up?
That's crazy shit.
I'm trying to decide if y'all's phones have cameras, maybe only yours. I'm not sure.
I could see that actually. Mako's
I gotta take notes
we
at
got
university.
communication
definitely
tablets.
don't have camera phone functionality.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm.
That seems like some. That seems like some. Like one of those things that used to be commonplace for everybody, but became more of a upscale thing.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, we got to remember that the timeline split in like the 80s, and so like smartphones did not ever get to become a thing in this world. Y'all are using like highly evolved PDAs that have
We have
been
blackberries.
Communication
If that's the
slab.
case, then I'll
Yeah.
just send an emoji that's just a sad face and a thumbs up.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. I think that like Isaiah, the fucking the rep, had a half a megapixel camera on his device, but I don't think Theseus's
Yeah.
does.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you send that back, and Samson does not reply.
I send another frowny face.
I think upon realizing there's nothing really of interest in this conversation, maybe he kind of like scans for like sus stuff. Like this
Oh,
person
God.
can't be this. Like this person can't be like
Oh, I cannot wait for this.
incredible.
All right.
Like this so like Locke is scanning for like, you know, he's got his Theseus got like an agent. Like, are they working for somebody? Like where did they come from?
I think I'm going to well, I think this is public information. I think everyone knows this, but maybe not. Does anyone or everyone know how Theseus is connected to somebody else in this world? I cannot remember if my players know this or not. If one player knows it besides Theseus, then I would like everyone else to know it, but I just can't remember if anyone else knows.
How do I know this?
Theseus, you know this.
Is this
I
light?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if any of the other players.
Oh, God. Wait, we could go into
Is
a
it
private
not-
box. Because I think they know that I have a connection. I don't think they know that much about who.
In that case, I am just DMing Locke, or Zane rather, this information.
Can I?
Unless you want to try to resist it.
I won't. No, I'm not resisting.
you-
I want to add flavor text.
Yeah. Send it to me and I'll copy it over. Just make sure that I approve. But yeah, you're going through the phone, and what happens is you come across a contact, and the contact name is something kind of innocuous, but you recognize something about the number, and I'm not going to say exactly what. You run it through a database, and you're going to get a tip, and I'm going to send it to you.
Oh.
Okay.
Mako would also like to contact somebody to try to see how much we can sell this head for.
Are you contacting who I think you're contacting?
I don't think directly, but I think I reach out. And I specifically choose someone that's not as familiar with sailfish.
Okay.
Oh, well.
I think you mean salsa pate.
All right. Jesus fuck. Okay, this first thing, that's from Theseus, and I'm going to give you some more context.
Okay.
I can't wait to use that later.
Boy. I see.
Yeah, I think that's most of what you know.
Okay. I think the only thing that he takes notice of that, but I don't think he puts too much emphasis on that. I think maybe he just kind of tries to like check it with like common like code speak.
Yeah, you
Not
oh,
like try to,
now that
like-
you've seen that. You're talking about the first part.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, nothing comes up.
Okay.
Yeah, that part seems innocent.
All right. Sorry, I think Locke just kind of tucks that away in the back of his mind for later.
Okay,
Interesting. Okay.
Mako, I will say I'm not sure you will.
Well, I sent you a second message.
Okay. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, try not to get this one killed.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking try my best.
So, I want you to make I want you to make a circles roll essentially to figure out what your relationship with this person is, and we're going to try to come up with a fun name for them.
And
But do you want me to say any of those details out loud? Because
Not yet.
okay,
I would.
so I think as this is happening, I say the ship is coming into dock at the port.
Okay.
Yeah, Locke, you make the the necessary calls and send the signals to kind of register yourselves with a vehicle in distress is probably what you end up using.
There we go.
Um, and dock yourselves down. You get sent some questions, but you know how to answer them without drawing attention. And yeah,
Yep.
I think that's simple enough.
Um.
Yeah, it's not like it's a stolen vessel, and it's a vessel that the church like said that had a problem, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the words are, Connor, but I'm trying to. I have another question.
Okay, do you want to mute and say it out loud?
Yeah.
Zane, I can't wait to use that.
Man, Deja's just chilling. Everyone else
boy,
is
oh
having all
boy.
these schemes. Deja's just chilling.
This isn't scheming.
Well,
I was scheming.
everyone else is doing all this shit, and Deja's just kicking back, just fucking. There's one Giz song stuck in my head.
This thing we left outside is watery.
Reasonable guess.
Oh,
So,
I'm gonna
okay.
listen to that on my way to work tomorrow.
I want to say that I don't know this person very well. I want to say that they're kind of on the outside of the circle.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. They're just kind of like someone who values items and determines what they're worth, basically, right?
Uh-huh.
I am gonna use fake it till you make it because I want to kind of like make it
Yep.
feel a little bit more personable. I also want to use what's yours is mine because I want to use their skills and
Yeah.
figure out
Yep.
how
go.
much I can get for this. This would be blood or heart. Doesn't
Definitely
matter.
blood.
Blood. That's what I thought. That's pretty much it.
Okay. I'm gonna say you need one success for them to not hate you.
Okay. Could I
Everything's
use
gonna be fine.
responder here?
How?
I'm just thinking out loud right now.
Yeah.
Um.
And in the background, anyone else plan what you're doing? Well, you guys have docked at this point.
Yeah.
And shit's open.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. I'm just gonna roll these 3. I got one success.
Okay, they don't hate you.
Cool.
Nice.
Do you
I
want
think-
to have the conversation out loud? I think it's okay to do that because the characters won't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just texting.
I'm pretty much texting this guy like, "Hey, was curious if you could tell me what this is and how much it might be worth. Let me know."
Okay. As a fun reference, unless you can think of something better, this character's name is Q, as in QU.
Huh.
I think 2 people get that reference, maybe.
I
Saturn, you would be the second one to get it. Io definitely gets
would
it.
be.
Yes. It seems like a piece of media that you would know. It's called All Tomorrows.
Oh.
I have
I've-
no idea. what
that is not the reference I thought you were making.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what that is. But if
Okay,
it's
never
Bree
mind.
knows the reference that I.
No,
Thought-
I don't know.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
What do you think?
2006 speculative fiction. That's okay. I'll deal with that later.
References aren't real.
All right.
I think
So, yeah.
Deja's trying to figure out, like, okay, we're here back at port. She's trying to locate our storage locker. And
Yeah,
is-
you get it. You get your shit, and you can put it in there.
Yeah. Take her shut off, change
Wait,
into her
I know
into her
Ultimate
into her Chell cosplay.
Exactly.
Um,
Oh, Zane, you know All Tomorrows?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
so
yeah.
neat.
Q are the aliens that distort biology.
Yeah.
Ah. Cool.
we
Okay.
All tomorrows
Anyway.
is terrifying.
Oh, All Tomorrows, all yesterdays, and all todays are all fantastic.
fun.
Okay. Anyway, so that's Q. And you send a message, and I think Q responds back, with we're just gonna talk this out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the egg viable?
I can check. And I go over to. So wait, what? What is the egg in exactly right now?
A large crate that is a little bit taller than it is wide, like a rectangular prism. It's locked. Locke is the only one, who has been able to open it so far. It is locked technologically, and the egg is just inside of that rectangular prism. It's about 2 feet wide, mostly spherical.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit less egg-shaped than typical eggs. It's more closer to
Yeah.
a sphere.
Yeah, totally. I tell him I think so,
Okay.
but that I have to check.
Just completely
And
baseless.
I go over to Locke. And I go, "Hey, we need money right now. Agreed?" Locke?
Then
Oh,
I'm
Zane.
so sorry. My mic was acting funky.
oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh, you are all good. And I go, we need money right now, right?
That's the idea.
Let's sell this egg. It can make us a lot, especially when paired with the head.
I mean, I like the way you're thinking. I just you got a guy that's not gonna be too shady.
Mako kind of stays silent for just a little bit too long and responds with, "Listen, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah. I guess. You know what? Sure. That is your wheelhouse. I'll let you handle that. You've done it
Can I at
before.
least, before we even make a decision, he hasn't told me what it's worth yet. I just want to look at it for a moment.
You want me to?
Okay. He sends back 5,000 for the egg, 1,000 for the head.
Okay.
Can I
I
send
guess.
back to the guy real quick while Locke is talking? I am
Yeah.
typing back to the guy.
Uh-huh.
Paying attention to both for the record. I am still listening to Locke.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I type back, do you think someone would pay more if they're together? Set bonus? Question mark.
It depends if the egg is viable or a novelty.
Let's check it out.
If it's a novelty, it'll be 3,000 for the egg and head together. It's only 5,000 if the egg is viable.
Heard.
I'd also like to
Yeah.
see what stage it's in.
I can
Okay.
get this thing open. However, the one that opened it before is currently, piloting the ship, and I'd rather not
The
stop
ship is
if we're
docked.
gonna.
It's got clamps around it. Key can come
Oh,
back to you.
okay. All right. In that case, sure.
There are still 3 bodies in there, which might be something you guys want to deal with. But
Yeah, we'll get there in a moment.
yeah, okay. Got lots of biohazards that you guys have to deal with.
Yeah, maybe we pull it off the ship before we decide to open it. We don't want like any inspection officers or anything coming in here and seeing dead bodies and us marveling over a treasure. You know.
Would inspection officers come in like that? I don't know.
I mean,
That's a
you
good
said
question.
before,
That's
still
Locke's like
stress.
paranoid side. He doesn't want to.
I think they
get in trouble
probably
with
would
anybody.
specifically because you had to register as like a ship in danger, right?
Yeah,
So
surely.
I think that Samson sends you all in the group chat a message that says the church has been informed that the ship has docked. The Reef Mother's aware that you're back. There's officers on the way.
Okay, yeah, let's take care of the bodies first then.
Hang on.
I want to go look at the bodies, see if there's like, obviously they have the gouged out eyes or whatever. But I want to see if there's anything else like notable there.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, roll to kind of investigate those bodies, see if there's something there.
Gotcha. I'm gonna take second responder because it took me a while to actually get here, and I'm now giving a shit.
Yeah, this is also like literally the opposite of what a first responder would do. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, exactly. I would also like to use. I want to kind of like. Because they're all kind of like clumped together, right?
They're within a pretty close approximate, a pretty close distance of each other, but mostly because like the cockpit is small. There were 3 seats. They were all sitting next to each other. They're now all on the ground.
Okay. This is gonna be.
Locke's just kind of been stepping around him.
Brain.
Yeah, I would say so. Someone can give you an assistance if someone else is helping to kind of figure out what's up with these bodies. I will say, like, the church knows that this is a ship that people died on. If you don't clean up the bodies and the people come and they find the bodies, you guys are not going to be in trouble.
See if there's anything
Oh, yeah.
like weird with the bodies about how they died, and or actually,
I just wanted to make sure this wasn't about to turn into a Breaking Bad scene.
I'm also gonna
Oh,
mildly loot the bodies and see if there's anything of note on their person.
Yeah, if anyone's helping with that,
Checking pockets, basically, like nothing crazy. Therefore, can I also use what's yours as mine?
yeah.
I
Is
mean,
anyone else looking at them with me?
yeah, fuck.
I might be looking for like name tags and stuff like that.
Oh, you would.
You would.
Connor,
Uh-huh.
does surely my knowledge of scrapping and reclaiming shit from the depths
Yeah.
makes this at least a
You could
vaguely
absolutely use Gutterpunk.
Hell yeah.
And that would be Mako stealing that
yeah,
aspect.
I was gonna say Mako can steal it.
Bonk.
It's like a
Yeah,
If
and
you
because
want-
this is not a stressful situation. This is one of those things where it's kind of a group effort. Anyone can add an aspect. Your goal to achieve something is a 3 because it's a little bit hard. And Locke, I will say you can add top shelf engineer, and I won't tell you why.
So
Mako,
I'm
you
taking
can-
top shelf engineer.
Yeah, well, as long as Locke is okay with helping with this.
Sure, yeah.
Am I
Cool.
muted?
No, you're not. What's up?
Ah. You can soak up what you can.
Bonk. Cool. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Bonk. A 5.
Oh, that's very good. Okay.
5 out of 6, baby.
So, yeah, you are rifling through their pockets. Theseus, you do manage to find like name tags on all of them. They're not exactly name tags; they're their IDs. But with the combination of having those IDs and Locke looking at like the birth dates on those IDs, you guys are able to unlock one of their phones. And there is some kind of encrypted message that's with a much more secure password, but you can at least figure out who it's to. And there are messages back and forth between these people, and this was a while ago, but messages back and forth between these people and some communications that you know are associated with the choir, Locke. But yeah, Mako, you like you splay out all this evidence of like hidden objects, and then everyone is able to slowly piece it together. And also Theseus, you know all of their names. They're all like locals.
They're all named Terry.
And it's a little bit odd that they're locals because this is like probably an exotech ship.
What's an
So they were
exotech?
communicating with the choir.
Exotech.
It's a subsidiary of a subsidiary of exotech. Yeah.
Okay.
The choir, as in like members of the church.
Yes, the
Right.
choir are the number varied over time. But like it was like a small group that ranged between like 9 and 15 people over time. That somewhat recently, in the past month or two, seemingly are on like a mission or have disappeared or something. They just haven't been around, but the Reef Mother doesn't seem concerned very much. So yeah.
Okay.
And Mako, you're the one to figure out that this is like a subsidiary of an exotech ship because you recognize the like the VIN and shit from stealing stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say, I'd imagine Deja's like, oh, I've looted a couple of
Oh yeah,
things
totally.
like this before in the past.
Yeah, putting all that together,
Yeah,
that's what you're able to figure out. That there was some kind of direct communication between these people and the choir, and that was like 3 months ago.
Oh. Yeah.
Is there anything about like corporate in those messages?
I mean, yeah, you can probably see some similarly encrypted messages for like between them and their boss of that like same
Okay.
company. The phone, this phone, I will say you got two over. So if someone wants to add this as an enhancement, so like Mako, if you want to go into your thing and add that you have this phone, that you guys with some better equipment, maybe probably with Samson's help, if you want to risk that, would be able to figure out like actually decode these messages. You'll need some kind of encryption key, and Samson would probably be able to get that key.
What exactly am I putting?
Let's call it the choir caller.
The choir caller. Pretty good.
That's a 2. Okay.
I think Theseus makes a comment of, no, Theseus wouldn't know this. Never mind.
Sounds good.
Whoa.
I think we might have to put off selling that egg until we talk to our friend at the church.
Where are you going to put it?
Good question.
Is our locker
Yeah.
particularly secure?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
You know the port. They're not supposed to, but you know the Port Authority searches through that every once in a while.
I can
Fuck.
I can do it real quick if you can stall for me. I kind of point towards Deja and Locke.
But where are you gonna put it, Mako?
I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Do you want to stick around to find out what happens when it hatches?
So, see, if the
No,
people
but
on this ship were talking to the people at the church, then almost like, well, people from the church, it almost seems like this egg might be something important
I
to the church.
my fears are made of
What does the church want with it?
no. Look, Mako. Sometimes you find shit out there and you sell it to someone, and some people come looking for it, and sometimes you sell the wrong shit.
See,
And I feel like we might want to make sure that this isn't some hot big ticket item.
see, my biggest concern.
It's worth 5,000.
It's worth
That's a
what now?
Yeah.
huge bonus. 6,000 when we throw in the head.
It's what
Yeah, that's
And honestly,
that's
we
more
might
than
be
you got
able to
paid
get
by
even
the
more
church.
for that. What's up?
And that's as a reminder, you guys got paid 5,000 for this hunt. So that's more than the hunt was worth for some reason.
Is
Yeah.
Theseus around to hear all of this?
That's up to them.
Okay.
Unless Theseus, you want to make a PvP to sneak on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Who's rolling? Who's trying to be the stealthiest?
I'm aware. I'm definitely being the stealthiest. I am aware that there are people around, and I am making sure that I am only heard by the people that should hear me.
By Deja
Okay.
and Locke.
Yes, exactly.
Mako, this will be like nerves.
Yep. I'm gonna use slippery little guy because I am.
Just yep.
Yeah. I'm also going to use how light is it?
Like
Outside.
well,
Ambient light.
you guys are in the port. It's quite well lit.
It's quite well lit. Okay.
You can change that.
I was gonna say, we're still inside the ship. I'm going to kind of step into a more secluded area of the ship. And I'm gonna use Eclipser to kind of dim the lights a little bit so that it appears like nothing.
I will say, if Theseus is in the cockpit, there's no way to hide. So you might have to have this conversation outside because the cockpit is like maybe 10 feet by 7 feet.
Then we go into like the cargo bay or some shit. I don't know.
You could just be having a private Sonio conversation which would, you know,
Yeah, fair. Um,
actually,
Okay.
yeah, no. If they're having a private Sonio conversation, Theseus, I don't even know if you can roll to try to hear this. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
sure.
Unless you're trying to, do you think Theseus is smart enough to go into the cargo bay and press their head against the cockpit and try to hear the vibrations that are passing through the hull? And do you think Theseus is, one, smart enough to do that, and two, has good enough hearing to hear that?
Theseus isn't dumb. I will say that. Like, they're a ray of sunshine, but they're not dumb.
Yeah.
But I would say for the sake of like roleplay, like if they're going off and having a private conversation, then Theseus is probably just making note of the name tags that
Okay.
they found.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah.
Okay. Um,
6,000. More than what we're getting for this job.
Well, and that sounds
I
very nice. But if it's going to rain hellfire down upon us, then it might be.
It won't come to you guys.
my
Good.
biggest concern is someone at the church wants this. They don't get it. They know we had it because, the mission. And then, for lack of a better term, we get, excommunicado,
I-
no more jobs, and then
I
pay doesn't matter at that point. We're done. This is what we're good at.
the other thing is that
They just wanted proof we brought back the ship.
look, did any of us tell Samson that we found one?
I
Nope.
think they told Samson about the egg.
Samson texted the group
Yeah.
chat that Flux
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
them about the egg. So you guys know that Samson knows about the
only
egg.
knows about the egg. He doesn't know
So-
about the head.
Okay,
He
that's great.
didn't know about the egg until
And
Flux.
then Flux told him, which
Told
is
him.
Yeah,
whatever.
I know.
So now, if we sell it and then we go to Samson, and Samson says, "Hey, where's the egg?" What do we
Okay.
say then, Mako? What's your?
Let's
We just
let me
lie.
talk.
We just say,
Let
like,
me talk to Samson.
and okay, yeah,
If
sure.
he wants the egg, he can pay us for it.
All the more reason to leave it somewhere safe until we find a suitable buyer.
That's your wheelhouse, not mine. So
Well, does anyone have somewhere safe then?
I've
Lock.
got.
Whether you say it or not, your workshop comes to mind.
I
Zane?
I look. I got a place. However, it's not okay. Yeah, I got a place. Okay, I got a place. We could take it there just for the time being.
mean,
We
look,
can't stay there.
I got a shithole. I'm not gonna pretend like it's impenetrable, but I don't remember the last time I got robbed. So
I'm out.
I got a workshop. It's nothing crazy, but I got one pretty secure room. Trust me, I know how to make a lot. Okay,
I would hope so.
so
Um, is my here? I think it is. Cause how did I get here? Yes.
Okay. All right. So what? You two take the stuff to.
Yeah, I'll
Lock's
revert
workshop?
some of the stuff that I. Yeah, 100%. Um. Okay.
But I don't think it has a. It's like the size of like a jet ski, so I don't know if it's gonna have a hole for an egg. Know what I'm saying? A little bit bigger than a jet ski.
I feel like it has like, because how big is the?
It's 2 feet by 2 feet, or yeah, all around. It's basically a sphere.
Roughly that big.
Maybe it has a hole, but where are you gonna put it?
Yeah.
I'll say yeah, it has a hole big enough for it if you really want it to.
I was gonna say, if anything, I'll wrap it in something and strap it in, basically,
God. Okay.
Okay.
like
All right.
behind me, like
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, I see. I saw.
So fun time to say, Mako has a motorcycle.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Hell
I
yeah.
forgot to actually save the point to put that in because I didn't want to put that on my sheet yet.
Nice.
But yeah, that's a thing. And I want to offer to I'm gonna offer to take the motorcycle with the egg, and Locke can somehow figure out how to get there. Because it definitely is not gonna fit 2 people and an egg.
Okay. All right. Here's so you two are gonna handle this, and then what? I take the kid to church.
Yeah. Flux. I think Flux chimes in, and based on the conversation I've had with Kat, and basically says, I think if we're gonna do anything with the egg, we should take it to Samson.
Fuck.
That's my vote. I kind of like him.
Yeah, that seems like a.
Is he gonna pay us for it? Because we
I
do
don't know,
kind of need
one way-
that.
One way to find out, huh? So let's just take it there. That way we don't
Hey.
have to put it in my workshop. No risk involved. Just take it straight there. Get it figured out. Maybe we get a little extra cash. Maybe we don't. Either way, we're still getting paid. We're good. No need to get too greedy now.
Yeah, I think Flux says, as long as we keep the kid and we turn in this mission, we've already paid off the amount for the month, so we're safe for a bit.
That's true. I just
You're safe for a bit.
Okay, we can take
yeah.
another hunt after this.
I was gonna say I know what Mako's gonna vote. Fuck. Okay,
I can wait.
you can wait.
I can wait.
Like if we take this thing to Samson now,
Yeah, fuck it.
or okay. Look, I'm sure there's gonna be some other crazy shit we can sell sometime.
I know. I'm just
And honestly,
I'm
the
trying to
logistics.
look out for myself right now.
I know. You don't gotta tell me that. All right, let's go to fucking church.
Okay. So, as I mentioned before, you can't take the head and the egg to church,
Yeah.
Why
but
not?
Samson could meet you at the ferry and try to figure out what to do there. Is that something you guys are cool with?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah, I think Deja will text
I want
Samson.
to
Like I don't know how far we are from it, but like our ETA walking and meet us at the ferry. Egg emoji.
I
Okay.
want to like kind of wrap the head a little bit and try to semi disguise it and like keep it within range of us, but I'm not like holding it and I'm watching it like a hawk.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you guys.
It's like a couple feet away, like underneath a fucking bench or something.
Okay.
You know?
Totally. So you guys go to the other side. It's a different port, so you do some walking, and get to the port that the ferry docks to, and the which is next to like Fale Suesue. And Samson meets you there, and kind of like it's immediately obvious that Samson is looking kind of like suspicious and like peering over his shoulder a bunch, and he's kind of like holding death grip, holding the tablet as the ferry opens, and you guys are all standing there with a head nearby and an egg nearby, and just this little guy. Um, yeah, and he like makes eye contact with you, and you can see he like immediately gets stiff. So,
Mhm.
you have an egg.
Yeah. What do you want to do with it?
And he like looks
Well,
at the
sorry,
tablet.
what I should say is, how much money are you going to pay us for it?
Oh, oh, um, let so I haven't exactly maybe sort of told her
Mm,
about this
mm,
yet.
mm-hmm.
Don't tell her that I did not tell her.
Okay, sure.
And yeah, Flex just like kind of like nods. And yeah, Flex. I think Flex goes over and is like, "We can take care of this between us." And Samson kind of
Happy
looks
to.
down. But if I were to pay you, and then he starts looking through some data, I think the most likely buyer would be the research center. I don't know how much they could pay for it. And he kind of like starts looking through some stuff, but I would say it's probably on the order of 1 or 2 thousand pearls.
Hmm. That. Hmm. I can't help but feel like that's a little on the. Are you sure?
I don't know. He starts sending out some messages, and then he like looks at your mission again. The mission doesn't say anything about an egg.
Well, doesn't matter what it said. We found one.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. This is still like my first week doing this stuff, and I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Quick
It's okay.
question. Did she say anything about where the choir is, what they're doing, anything like that?
Where the choir? Well, no. She
I don't
mentioned
think
it
we.
during the interview process that she needed some new help, but I don't know. No, I don't know where they are. And you can see that like that is definitely a sore subject to him. Um, of like it's been very yeah. Anyone can tell he's been trying to match up to them, and he is just one little guy.
Well,
Look,
Because the choir would be the
I'm
people
just-
who you guys would talk to do hunts and things like that.
Is there anything else about this mission that we weren't explicitly told?
Well, there is one part.
mm-hmm.
It
Oh.
wasn't originally for you, but the people who were originally supposed to go had other things to do. I think the primary objective was to figure out what happened to the ship and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well,
Well,
I think we solved that.
Yeah, and Samson's eyes dart over to the cloth wrapped head in the corner.
yeah, I'm gonna call that one done and done.
If
It was
you want to sell the head, I think there should be no issue with that. That's a spoil of war, and that's pretty commonplace. The hunts that I have worked on, people sell parts all the time. I haven't had
know.
anyone have an egg though, and yeah, none of you guys have ever found an egg on a hunt.
Look,
Yeah, I imagine the monsters that we deal with don't exactly have very like well known breeding locations.
look, here's we're just trying to make sure that we're not gonna get disappeared or something because we've fucked with the wrong people's secret cargo.
Totally. Yeah, totally. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, right. I think we should just tell her. I think she'll know what to do,
That's what you think?
That's what I
Okay.
think. And Samson like kind of like looks at you and then like looks to see if Theseus is still alive behind you guys, and notices that they are, and that like visibly causes a little bit of relaxation.
Yeah. You're
Theseus is just looking down.
you're not the only one having a rough week.
Right. Yeah. I say we just tell her.
Oh.
That's our job.
Okay.
For it.
I vote that at least one of us, two of us, stays here and watches it. And we're not bringing it in there.
Yeah. Messages get sent back and forth. And the so yeah, no one stops Samson, just to be absolutely clear, no one stops Samson sending the message.
Asia fucking doesn't.
Mako?
Mako doesn't, but she does pull Deja aside again and
Oh
go,
boy.
I'm gonna stay here with the egg. I'm not going in there.
Okay.
Keep me updated on what happens.
Sure.
So
Mako?
what
And-
happens
Yeah.
is Samson sends off the message and immediately gets a reply. Oh, okay. There is a hunter on the way to come pick it up and take it for the mother.
Okay.
And he kind of like looks back at the ferry and he goes, I don't know how they're getting here.
I don't know either. This is first for me as well. She doesn't want to. She doesn't need to hear what we saw or anything.
I don't know. And I think there's like a couple moments of pause, and then you guys hear the port next to you. There's commotion. And you hear a airlock opening and footsteps. And a figure you have all seen in the past steps around the corner, and you can immediately hear that the commotion is not just surprise, but some grimaces, a couple curses, and also a couple people asking for an autograph, as a tall figure in deep blue with kind of like bulbous representations along them, and then around the corner, an identical version of that figure, until you notice that one half of the armor is a little bit lighter than the other, and it's one has a lighter half on the left and one has a lighter half on the right, and it is the traitor. It is a hunter of old who famously saved a rich motherfucker in one of the shark cage's breaches around maybe a little less than 20 years ago, maybe 15. Yeah. They turn the corner. They have a trident on their back. Two tridents, in fact, and or one per person. And they start walking up, and for a half moment they stop dead, but they just continue walking with that not registering. They walk over to the egg. They nod to you guys, and they start to pick it up. Does anyone do anything?
Connor, can we get a spell check on?
You recognize this person?
Can I get a spell check on Trader?
Wait, what?
So
Oh, spell check?
TRADER
Yeah,
or
like as in
TRAI?
class traitor. As in,
Oh, okay, cool.
famously, this person used to be a real hunter and then got whitewashed into being an actor who appears in like Red Bull ads.
Oh my
Who fucking
God.
pretends to be a hunter. They have one scar left. The rest of their skin has been wiped clean. This is the man of war. Like as in the Portuguese man of war.
Yeah.
Who does not.
Dear God.
Theseus, what?
I run up to him and give him a hug.
Which one?
Man of War!
No, lefty or righty.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
Oh, there's
See,
two
Man
of
of War
them.
is currently split in two.
Shit! Can I roll to know which one is the real one? I know this!
Yeah, you don't have to roll. It's he tends to prefer the right. The one whose right side of their armor is a little bit darker, a little less like sun bleached. Yeah. Yeah, the Man of War sees you tackle them, and lefty just goes completely still, and righty just kind of like moves a little bit, and hand shaking kind of pats you on the back and doesn't say a word.
How fucking long has it been since I've seen this motherfucker?
Well, you see him every day on the billboards.
No, you know what I mean!
It has been a long time since you've seen your father in person.
Oh.
And
Yeah, by the way, for
What?
everyone,
Yeah, no,
you
this-
just hear Dad from Theseus, and then they just run towards the person.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, all of you recognize the class traitor, and it immediately clicks. The 3,000 pearls to take them on, the suit way too clean, the professional training but absolutely no experience. This is a nepo baby.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
So,
Mako puts it together immediately. Mako sees this happen and
Yeah.
goes, no.
Um,
And I feel like who's exactly holding the egg right now?
The
well,
fucking guys. The
righty
dudes.
Well,
righty went to go for it. It was on the
who
ground
was
behind.
holding it?
It
Was it on the ground?
It was in its crate behind you, probably closest to you or Locke.
Okay. Can I like lean on the crate as he goes to pick it up?
Yeah, well, he got tackled, so he is no longer right
Yeah.
about to pick it up. And
I still kind of like lean on the crate just a teeny tiny bit, you know?
Deja, you freeze, and you don't know why.
Oh, cool.
And you notice it's because lefty and righty are not looking at their child, but are looking at you. And they break eye contact, and then look, but you still can't move, and you don't know why. And they pat Theseus. Oh God. And yeah, I think lefty ends up saying, "So you found a team."
I have a burger in my mouth. I almost fucking choked.
Don't do that.
His voice sounds so different to the advertisements, and so different to what you remember.
Yeah, I found a team. I did all of the training that I was sent to do, and I thought might as well just go for it. And I think they hesitate when they look back at their team, and then they just immediately go back to their look back to their dad with like stars in their eyes, and they're like, this team is amazing.
Oh.
Deja looks like she's having a Nam flashback.
Yeah, they just look.
Locke.
Yeah.
Locke kind of like elbows Deja. It's like, get over this shit.
Nothing. She's frozen.
No, Deja does say something. Deja goes,
Oh fuck.
"This shit," in your voice. In Deja, like, yeah.
This shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Do I
what
hear that?
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think I just
Yeah, sure.
like
Yeah, no, I think it'd be more fun if you did.
still like kind of hugging my dad, but not like super tight hugging anymore. I kind of like look back with like in anime when they have that like confused smile.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, your dad is breathing very fast, Theseus.
I might be reading into the situation. Guys, hi. This is my father. I haven't seen him in a while, but do you guys know each other?
No.
No.
Deja?
No.
Yeah. Saying the word feels like you're pulling staples out of your lips, but they become yours again, and you say no.
I see. You can go for it.
I need to go. And Man of War stands up, and he starts stepping towards the egg, which Mako is kind of leaning on top of.
But you just got here, and we just came back from our first hunt, and I have so much to catch you up on.
I have so much to do. Na'uawa needs that egg. I will be taking it for you. Thank you very much. The contribution will not be forgotten.
We were
What? How long?
we
how
were
long did you say
implied
it's
that
been?
we would get some money for it.
I'm sure you will be paid for the hunt that you went on.
For the egg as extra, I should say.
You're here for a transaction?
Yeah.
It was a valuable resource, and it took a lot of our effort to get it here safely.
When you say you're here for a transaction, Theseus, you see your father's fingers like digging into his gauntlet, and you know his power works whenever like he takes a wound, whenever something pierces the shell or his flesh. That's where like the point at which he starts to split into multiples. And you can see his fingers dig so deep into the glove that more fingers start to sprout from it before he shakes it and it snaps back into one. And he shakes his head, and I need to go. I'm sure that if the mother wants to pay you for this, she can. Fuck you. And he like looks at Samson. Sanders. Fuck. Pay them. I don't know. He looks down at his thing. He presses a couple buttons. Samson's eyes go wide on the console, and Man of War deliberately takes his trident, punctures it into both lefty and righty, splits himself, and becomes a checkerboard pattern of 4 people, and starts heading towards the egg. Samson looks up to you, Mako, and just mouths the word 10,000.
I back off.
And Theseus, your father, one version on each corner, begins to walk away with the rolling crate.
Wait, hang on, what kind of shit is that? You how long did you say it's been? Like, what kind of shit is that? You just
The version of Man of War that is the top right version looks back, but then pulls his eyes away and continues walking.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
no, that shit ain't okay. He just shows
God.
up,
I'm like,
leaves.
He'll be back. It's okay. It's he has a lot of
Back?
stuff going on, and I don't want to get into the way of it. He said that it's very dangerous work, and yeah.
Dangerous, my ass.
Connor, is there a point where Deja feels unfrozen?
When he's out of line of sight, you feel okay again.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's very fucking busy. Sure.
Locke, I think Theseus looks to you, and with tears in their eyes, they give a really bright smile and just say, "It's okay. He'll be back."
And mentally, inside of
okay.
Theseus's head, a counter goes from 500 to 0. That counter is in days.
No!
So
God
I think
damn.
That's your dad, kid?
Yeah. My dad is man of war. And
And so that's how. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
he's really great when you get to know him.
He.
Lux asks, have you ever gotten to know him?
Um, yeah, he would send me on adventures, and you know what they say, actions speak louder than words, and
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go on. I interrupted you.
no, it's okay.
Look. You call him Man of War. I call him Traitor. He earned both of those names.
Traitor, I don't understand.
I.
yeah.
No, I
No,
suppose it.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Sure.
I
No.
don't
I think the kid deserves to know. You know. I mean, if they don't, right?
No,
shit. Well, I
I
guess
already
if
know
you're
that
gonna
he's
be
a
on this
hunter.
team, well,
Yeah.
listen. If you're gonna
Samson,
be on this team, if you're gonna be with us, if we're gonna make this work, then there's some things that you need to understand about just how the world in general works and how things have been for us and how things could be and how fuck. And then Locke's just gonna kind of he's just gonna kind of rub his face and he's like, yeah, go ahead.
Look. Here's the thing. You showed up to your very first hunt. Ooh, a hunt with your shiny gear and your unmarred skin, and you're just. The rest of us didn't live the same life as you. I'm sure it was all varying degrees of awful, but you grew
Considering
up in a.
what we
I
just
have to
witnessed,
assume a castle. Or a tower, or somewhere far away from the problems of the world. Because you've seen my show, right? It looks like shit. And it's looked like that the entire time I've had it. That thing was a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down. Okay? None of us, we don't have benefactors. We don't have connections. None of our. I would hazard to guess that even though you probably haven't seen him in a while, that some of the rest of us haven't seen our parents in years. And we certainly need this money a hell of a lot more than you, I bet. Granted, you're on this team, you still get your cut, I guess. Because I'm going to try to be fair, unlike your old man. But I think you got a lot to fucking learn. Shit.
I think there's a moment of just pause. Thesis is kind of thinking. And as they're thinking, that weird liquid forms a halo above their head. And you can see them kind of like breathe faster. And as they do, the halo gets spikier and almost like ferrofluid, like on a speaker, just like shapes in these spikes. And then they look like they're about to say something, and then they stop. But the halo is still spiky, and they give you a smile, and they say, "Okay."
Theseus,
do have a lot to
Samson
learn.
is. Oh, sorry. No, go.
No, that was it. I do have a lot to learn. Go for it.
Okay. Samson looks at you, mouth agape, and kind of like back down to the tablet. I don't have a registered arcane for you. What was that?
A registered what?
A Neo-Sanguine Pact, an ability, what? Your head, the crown, or what? I mean, like, looks around to the others. What?
Yeah, no, I, yeah, what is that?
Theseus, did you even notice?
I honestly, okay, I think just for flavor, Theseus goes to look up, but the halo is still like
Yeah.
where it would be on the ground, so they
Yeah.
don't see it.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
No,
I don't understand.
there's
And then it kind of wobbles as they get worried.
hmm.
Yeah,
There's-
key on Locke's shoulder in bird form, goes, and then their eyes kind of separate from the head, and then start to orbit, and there's just like 4 dots orbiting in a circle around the top of their head, and then he looks like a little bit
Kind of
dizzy, and then snaps
mimicking,
back.
kind of-
Yeah, and then snaps back into the body.
Get away from there. You don't know what that thing does. Or maybe you do.
Is there? And then I think I go to like touch it.
Yeah, you feel it, and it feels like your heart.
Oh.
I think Theseus literally like takes a step back, but kind of like trips on the board of the dock. And when they do, like they let out like a little like, and when they gasp, like the halo like expands, like in a sharp way.
You
like,
land
kinda
right next to the
mimicking their
head,
emotion.
and it's like bloody eyes are looking at you through the cloth.
Oh my god. What? Am I dead?
No.
Okay.
And did something
I
happen
see.
when the ship
I-
crashed? I mean,
No,
I
you
see.
just
I see.
huh.
You didn't know about that? No, you didn't. You didn't know about that.
Fuck, I think we
I didn't know
understand
about
they
that.
don't know much about anything down here.
Yeah, but look, I gotta
I know that
confirm
people
here.
have like
This is
things, but I didn't have one.
Well,
you do
now-
now.
you do.
What do I do?
And Samson looks at you, and a smile bursts across his face, and he says, "I'd love to find out."
Oh God.
It.
Uh,
I mean, it's your pact.
oh, I don't
Look,
think I wished for anything.
None of us wish for them. They just happen.
Nothing odd has happened to you on that hunt? You didn't feel anything, especially anything to do with blood?
I think I look over at the head and I put my hand on it.
Yeah. And again, for a half moment, you feel your heart beat half as hard as it should because there's twice as much resistance.
Um. Oh, okay. I clutch at my chest. There was a heartbeat.
Well, I assume you have one.
Damn.
I was just trying to make it feel at peace.
I'd say this applies to rule number 13, but I don't think that's exactly what's happening here. I'd be pretty incredulous to this.
I was asking, what is rule number 13? Have I heard that one yet?
No,
Oh,
no, you
we
haven't.
sure
Oh,
have.
okay.
Locke is just saying that.
Back at Theseus. Okay.
Oh God. Zane, I just read it. Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right. Cool. Can we?
Okay, hang on.
I
Quick.
want to
right,
sell this head and get a fucking drink.
I think Locke is
Here's to
gonna. Is
that.
Theseus still on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, I think Locke is gonna like come like squat in front of you. He's gonna pull out like a little flashlight. He's gonna like point it into your eyes.
I'm not injured. I
He's
have
just
a penguin
he's
for
looking
that.
for like reactions in the halo. He's not really actually looking at the eyes.
Oh,
I
I
feel
think I
like-
squint a little bit, and my halo like kind of like I don't like bends
I think it
in.
No, yeah, I think it shrinks in the same like speed and pattern that your pupil does when the light shines in it.
All the
Okay.
while this is happening, Mako was kind of like zoning out while you guys were talking with Theseus, because full honesty, Mako really doesn't give a shit. But then as soon as Deja said drink, Mako perks up a little bit and is like, huh, drink?
Yeah.
Have you ever? This is gonna be an odd question. Have you ever taken a shit? Wait, of course. I mean, I guess rich people do that too. But
Yeah. What? Locke.
you know that like internal like it's like thinking about it makes it happen. Just try thinking about something, anything, whatever.
You could have gone with anything else, I think.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Like flexing
Samson-
a muscle?
Samson writes that down as if it's like philosophy.
All right.
I think Locke's gonna like going to pull a single hair. Just yoink it. Just yank it. Just a single hair.
Ow! Yeah, it reacts in a sharp way.
Ooh.
Oh no, it doesn't. Connor, what does it do?
I think for the purposes of this is cool as shit, and because this is not going to react in the same way that like a whole organism would, just the hair. You pull the hair from their head, the halo shifts, it wraps like a spiral around the hair, and the hair stays in your hand, and then a single new strand of hair reappears on Theseus's head, and it is like a translucent blue, as if like made of a jellyfish.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Lee, okay. Well, that's something to work off of. Look, I ain't gonna sit here. Okay. Yeah, no, I got nothing else. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Samson walks over to you
Stand up.
and plucks the hair from your hand, Locke.
What?
Uh.
Okay. Yeah, it's
And
all yours.
he's just furiously writing
Unless-
shit down on the tablet.
Okay.
I love this bit so much.
Theseus is still on the ground, and I think Deja's gonna lean down a little bit and offer her a hand up. Come on.
Ooh.
I got.
Go to take the hand. I think my halo wobbles.
Deja does not clock. Whatever.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you up. I'm not gonna hurt you.
You were
Good
just
Lord.
yelling at me a second ago, and I take the hand
Yeah,
and I get up.
Well, that was an impulse. Whatever. Samson, can we get our money?
Yeah,
Pearls?
yeah,
Can we get
yeah,
our
yeah.
pearls?
Okay, cool. So there's the ship. You did that. And Samson starts like typing things in, and sends over two different paychecks, which are the 5,000 for the job, which is going to get added. So now you guys are at 4,500 because you had minus 500 from Dead Man's Toll.
Oopsies.
But, and then Samson kind of hesitates for half a second while hovering over something, and then types it in, and then another 10,000 appears in y'all's bank account.
Ooh.
Technically, that -500 came mostly from me.
Yeah, but I'm treating all of y'all's bank account, even if they're
I
not,
know, I
as
know,
a
I know.
collective.
I know.
So you guys are at 14,500, which is considerably more than you were expecting to get.
I think
Yes,
we
sir.
earned ourselves a drink.
Indeed.
Ah.
I'm not.
Cheers.
Now,
I will say,
Connor,
you guys
have-
are all a little fucked up. Not a lot,
I was
but a
gonna
little
say.
fucked up. Normally, after a hunt, you would return to the church to get restored, but you do not have to do that. You can instead go to a bar. If that's genuinely what you guys are gonna do, which is fine.
Well, I mean, look, we can waltz in there anytime before our next hunt.
Yeah,
But
totally.
tonight
It's like
is
getting.
young.
It's like when you get a paycheck after it's kind of been, thin for a little bit. When he's been a little tight, you get a paycheck and you're like, okay, I deserve a treat. It's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
it's the sweet treat toll.
Plus,
No,
you gotta
I'm
find
okay with that.
you gotta
I'm
find a
just following
backstage.
wherever
Especially
the group goes.
which normally Locke wouldn't really partake in that kind of thing because I think he likes to think he's a little more frugal, but we just got a
Yeah,
chunk of cash.
no,
Yeah,
no, yeah,
5,000 was already like, oh, that's a good hunt.
yeah.
And all of you, like, it's awesome. But every single one of you just feels the sting in your gut that Man of War paid 10,000 to stop talking to you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And
That's
I
true.
think
That's why.
that's
That's
worth
why
at
my
least
vote is the
it's worth at least 2
10,000.
rounds.
10,000 goes towards.
Deja,
the
I'm
drink.
gonna tell you something that I told Connor.
Okay, I'll be here. I'll be right here.
And are you guys okay if I just go ahead and subtract off the 7,500, assuming you guys just pay off the insurance thing to buy yourself a month?
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea.
So you have 7,000 in your bank account now. You have 3,000 that could come in at the end of 5 hunts with Theseus.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Yeah. Totally up to you guys. You can go to the church. You can go looking for another hunt. You can go drinking. You can go roll circles to go do something like that. Yeah.
I think Deja will look at Theseus. Okay, I'm not. This is not an apology, but I'll buy your drinks.
Oh,
But it's not an apology.
I've never actually had a drink.
Just one then.
Oh,
Maybe.
then we have to go. Come on.
Samson gets a ping on his tablet and looks and sees that the ferry is being quarried. And like looks back to you guys and goes, right, cool.
I-
You have fun.
I think.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Locke. I think Locke seeing Deja laugh and almost seeming somewhat in a good mood kind of makes him shudder a little bit.
Oh.
As-
And unless someone notices it and goes to stop, again, based on what Kat has sent me, Flux is going to grab Samson and drag them along.
Oh no.
Oh, bye.
I got specific instructions for Flux to try to befriend Samson. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Okay.
I cannot believe you have never. Hell, they must have the best shit up there, though.
I don't know. I always thought it would get in the way of my training.
Train. You think I trained for this?
I take my training very seriously. I know that everyone starts somewhere and they might not start in ways they want, but I worked really hard for this and I didn't want to, mess anything up.
Well, think about it this way. You survived one hunt. It's more than a lot of people. Treat
Statistically,
yourself.
statistically, surviving your first hunt, that's actually a big deal. So
It means you might survive a
congratulations.
second.
That means you might survive a second. If you survive the third, then we can start thinking about long-term implications here.
I mean, I would very much like to stay. Here they taught me in this in training. By the way, is Deja like messed up in any way, or is Locke messed up in any way, like any cuts or bruises or anything like that?
I mean, Deja's she got a little fucked up. I don't know. I mean, we could say that she's got
anyone who has like a damage, even if it's something that's like an emotional stat that we kind of said like, oh, that's from you being like knocked loose and scared. I think there are physical wounds that usually go along with that, right?
yeah.
So I just wanted to make it clear that like
Maybe it's a minor concussion.
yeah, exactly.
I
that
use my
kind of shit.
penguin.
I was gonna say, I imagine she's
Oh.
got some scrapes from the fucking ship crashing, and like that having rattled her. I imagine she's got some scrapes on her arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
One
I'm
thing I
going
will
to
say,
assume-
Mango.
I don't.
Because sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell this to Theseus after this happens.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah, because I don't know. I think because Deja and Locke are like next to me talking to me, I give them the penguin, like just a dose.
What?
So all you guys don't recognize the packaging. It's a very strange form. But what you do recognize is that this is essentially like a stim pack. It is some specialized neosanguine blood that, when injected, will try to find a wound and kind of patch it up. And it's in the form of like an EpiPen, but it's an EpiPen shaped like a penguin, and it is a penguin sanguine. Huh?
Oh.
Okay. I think
Well, what's that?
It'll help, I promise. And I go to inject you.
Are you giving me
Hey,
drugs?
I think Deja's a little like, hold on. Who gave that to you?
I got this in training. If you're
From?
hurt, the fucking what university? I don't fucking know.
the academy or whatever the shit.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Nope.
well, I'll say that.
Okay, all right, sure. I just sorry.
I was always taught that after a hunt, if anyone is messed up or injured, if we don't go to the coral church, then this is a good way to patch it up temporarily.
Can you get more of these?
The by the way, the university or whatever is going to be called the DWPA, which is the Deepwater Protectorate Academy.
I have a patch on that somewhere.
Yeah. And it is the bullshit trying to make an officer academy that rich people send their kids to. That who never become hunters. Like, it's not a thing to actually train hunters. It's a thing to train people who organize companies who do private hunters or like work with the Coral Church and shit.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I don't know. I don't want you just to inject something fucking weird into. Yeah, I don't.
No, you're right. I should have thought about that.
No, it's fine. Honestly, it's more my fear than anything. Sure, here. And Deja will look at Locke and go, I'll go first. And
I think when Deja looks at Locke, he's already got his in, and he's like checking out the mechanism.
It's a lot nicer than the ones you've seen before.
So what?
It's
You
like
just
an
want
EpiPen.
you just
Nope.
want what? Somewhere with a lot of. Does it care? Locke? Do you think it cares where it goes? Fuck it.
Locke's not a
does
doctor.
not.
Locke does not know where it's supposed to go.
Just
No.
lift up your sleeve a bit, and I'll be able to put it in the arm.
Not Mako. Deja's going to stare back at you, actively wearing a tank top.
Okay. Theseus is going to Private Retcon comes in
No,
and rewrites
so
that
funny.
scene.
That's so funny, though. I think we should keep that.
Mako is staying away.
Yeah,
Mako's
just, I-
doing fucking
Deja, from your point
staring
of view,
in disgust.
this tiny fucking creature is like so focused on getting the right placement in your arm. And she has the pen and she tells you, okay, now I know this is a little scary, but take a deep breath.
You do it?
Take a deep breath, Deja.
She really just plays it up to hell.
As Theseus goes to click it, they look away.
Yeah, you slam it in. Theseus, pick any level 3 stat on your character sheet. Click it once. That's the only stat you're rolling, and just roll that. Tell me if you get a 0 or a 1. That's a 50-50 chance.
I got a 1.
Okay, cool. It goes into Deja and not Theseus's thumb. It was a 50-50 chance which direction they were holding it.
It's really good.
Yeah,
Treat, help me help you.
Deja, the blood
That's
floods
really cute.
into your system and it starts to worm through your body. And you start to hear like semi-familiar voices bouncing at the back of your head. As your blood begins to like boil inside of your body. It's not enough to like really fuck you up, but it does return you. You can just choose which of your aspects it returns you.
Let's go with. I would love to have scary dog privilege back.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah,
Learned it back.
you're so right.
It's
Cool.
I think it's back.
Immediately, Theseus, you get a like your tablet vibrates.
Oh.
You pick it up.
Before I pick it up, I think I put the penguin back in my pocket and I turn to Deja and I go, "You're very brave for doing that." Or hang on, no, I'm sorry. I think I say, "You're a very brave girl," and then I pick up the tablet.
Yeah, cool. You see your tablet has immediately gotten a monetary charge to your account, which was 1,000 pearls, which you can now you can now go to any like apothecary station in the upper decks and refill your penguin. They have
Hell yeah.
given you the courtesy of pre-charging you for that refill. So you guys are down to 6,000 pearls.
Damn.
Right?
I'll be honest. I don't even think Deja notices that. I don't think she.
No, yeah, nobody knows because again, this is like a metaphorical representation of all you.
Yeah.
We just now know that Theseus is in a little bit of debt. So
Wild debt.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I look at my tablet and put it back in, and I have like the biggest smile on my face.
Yep. No concept of money. Yeah, I will say, Locke, if you go and buy one of those, it's like 100 pearls, maybe.
They charge you 1,000 for a refill.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit, man! I hate
Upper deck
it. That's
costs.
crazy.
Wait, we went from 14,000 to 6,000.
Yeah, because you spent
Connor took out-
7,500 on the
Right,
monthly.
Right. I forgot we had already paid that as well.
Yeah, you don't
Wait,
have to.
yeah,
If you want to add that back and say that you're going to find some other way to get that and you want to keep the money,
No.
okay.
I would rather have that paid off.
By
I
the
just
time.
forgot
Cool.
about it. Mhm.
By the time for now.
Yeah.
I think I think that makes sense.
No, 100%. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, you guys have
With ya.
6,000 to fuck around with, and kind of 9,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
depending if you're
In
willing.
another couple hunts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're gonna go crazy, but I do think we've all earned a nice few rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always a first for everything.
I would love y'all's input at what kind of place you guys go to get drinks. It's definitely
My
going to be a
input
lower
is
The
that-
cheapiest.
Wherever you
Stevious.
go, Theseus is going to be clinging on to y'all because they are terrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Definitely not like a super upscale place. I think it's definitely more
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like dive bar-y
I was gonna say, I
vibe.
think
I'm imagining the bar
Western
from Arcane, right?
Yeah.
I'm imagining
think-
the
Yeah.
fucking candy
Oh,
shop from
yeah.
Flapjack.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I think Dacia's going super dive bar, very, very last drop, last round. Whatever the fuck. Yeah, the bar from Arcane.
I
Yeah.
really love that it's. Can we call it the candy shop?
Oh my god.
Because that's
Like
really funny.
fucking it's pretty good.
You could call it tip the scales.
I
That's not bad.
wanna this is a reference for Connor, but he'll understand exactly what I mean.
Oh
When
my
we
God.
get there, I wanna buy Theseus's first drink, and I wanna buy them a half shot of Horneater White.
Yeah, the
Whatever
equivalent.
the equivalent.
Yes, I have an idea for that. Well, I like it. We'll get there. So I'm
Am I gonna
thinking the
get an
candy
audience,
shop.
motherfucker?
Anyone else have a fun idea for a bar name?
No, Candy Shop is fucking hilarious.
Candy shop is great.
I
Okay,
was gonna
cool.
say, I think Deja could just be like, Candy Shop? Candy Shop.
So it doesn't
Mako's,
actually.
like, nodding and starting to walk that way.
It doesn't. It doesn't have. So it basically. Y'all know exactly where it is. It is in a couple lower decks. It is a ship that has been converted into a shop, an old ship.
Yes.
It is basically the cargo hold of that ship. And so there's like catwalks all around, and there are like these kind of like thick tubes of like malleable, probably some kind of like seaweed plastic gel that's been molded into these thick tubes that Neo Sanguine is flowing in, and all around, and occasional spots, kind of haphazardly, almost like trees, are like candy canes that are basically made of this tube wrapped around a pole, and Neo Sanguine flooding through it, like where the red is the Neo Sanguine. And that's that lighting is the only lighting in this place, save for like a couple like warm white bulbs that are barely lighting anything. So just like dim orange and neo sanguine lights in tubes hanging all around. It is so fucking loud in here. There is a bar in the center that is like a little sectioned off area, and the catwalks like go over it. And you can see like some of those same tubes go to like large barrels, like industrial barrels that are full of liquids, and those tubes have that flowing, and they go to like to the draft pipes. So as someone hits like something of the beer, you can see it bubbling up through those tubes. And yeah, so this is the candy shop.
Sick. What is this drink called?
I think that this is called. Oh, I have a perfect name. Just give me 1 second. I need to remember how to say it. Sorry, 1 minute.
While we're walking to the bar, I'm gonna be texting my dad. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Rough, buddy. Wayafi. Fire water.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sick.
And it is a faintly pink glowing liquid in a shot glass. And again, it is a shot that is literally half full.
Yeah.
And I think the name of the shot, like this particular thing, the main liquor is Wayafi, firewater. But there's maybe like one other things like bitters in it or something. And the name of the shot is glass half full.
I want to buy, but I want to specifically buy like half a serve. If the
So you
shot
want a
comes
quarter
out-
of a shot glass.
Yeah, for Theseus.
Uh-huh.
And then I want a 1.5 times for
A triple
myself.
pour of a glass half full.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That is what Theseus and Mako are getting. Before we describe y'all taking your shots, yeah, you guys try to get the bartender's attention. Do you guys know this bartender?
You know, I think Deja has the best chance of knowing this bartender.
Okay.
Deja
we're-
probably
if-
does have the best chance, but Mako also might.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, if we're in the lower decks,
Yeah.
and this is a seedy fucking place, then I give Deja beautiful odds.
Yeah, and it's also like a place you know, right? So you've definitely been
Yes.
here. Okay, cool.
I might have been
Everyone
here
here
once or
goes by call
twice.
signs. Right? Everyone here goes by call signs. And I'm thinking, oh god. Oh shit, what is that called? Okay, yeah. This is confectioner.
Mm.
Confectioner.
Yeah, the
If
person who
I
works here is
say-
chocolatier.
If I say, can I get a quarter glass full and a 3/4 glass full?
Yeah.
They'll put that together.
Yeah, they know what you're saying.
Cool.
Yeah, I think she laughs a little bit. And so yeah, confectioner just pops the two like shots next to each other, and in one smooth motion pours out a 3 serving and a 2 serving. Yours is a whiskey glass. Theseus is a shot glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pick up the one for Theseus and I put it in front of them, and I say, sorry. I put it in front of them as everyone else. I kind of like, this is while everyone else is also getting their drinks, so I'm not trying to do this like necessarily first or anything.
Yeah. And yeah, confectioner looks at you guys. And for the rest of you?
Huh. I think. Oh man, I feel like Deja's the kind of person to get like a to get 2 pitchers, one for the table, one for herself.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
confectioner has really long hair that's kind of like put into a complex braid, and the hair is split into white and red. And she kind of like leans over, and when she sees you, Deja, and goes, "Voo voo, how are you?"
Just fine. Just celebrating a payday. And had to bring it's
Who's the shrimp?
shit, you had a fuck
That new?
Theseus, right? Yes? Like looking at Theseus?
I'm very enamored by the shot glass in front of me and don't.
Yeah, I think it was Theseus. I hope it was Theseus. It was there first.
I see. And confectioner kind of leans in. Are we planning on keeping this one around?
We will see what the ocean has to say about it.
I think when you say that, Theseus looks up at y'all and waves.
Looks up and what?
Waves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, confectioner affectionately waves back.
Yeah, we'll see what the depths have to say.
Mm.
But in the meantime, we had a good payday.
And
So
looking at Deja and Mako because they kind of also recognize you. Any sign of Odie?
no. But we've bought ourselves enough time to go looking.
Got it.
We're gonna find out.
Well, if you hadn't admitted that you are celebrating a payday, I would have given you one on the house. But well, so. C'est
Oh
la vie.
well. Hey, someone's got to keep the lights on in this place, huh?
They are pretty expensive lights. And she kind of like flicks one of the neosanguine tubes.
Mako was kind of like a little bit not emotionless, but very stoic, and like not really much emotion on her face. But she cracks a little half smile at that.
Yeah. Ah. Hmm. And yeah.
Oh.
Does Locke get anything?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, do things like whiskey and vodka, like the base, those
The base
base
spirits are a
liquids,
little bit
is this
different because the base things that you can grow here are a little bit different. But there are
okay?
absolutely there is a grain-based spirit that is aged
Okay.
not on wood, but on some other like it's halfway between
On
whiskey.
coral.
Yeah, so it's halfway between whiskey because of it's a grain-based spirit and gin because it is aged on like herbs and stuff. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, so it's kind of dark. It's like the color of like vermouth, and it tastes somewhere between whiskey and like an herbal spirit like chartreuse maybe.
Okay. Give me your most bottom shelf fixing of that.
Yeah, fuck, I need to make a name for that, huh? Don't
Little
I?
yeah. Whatever, whatever is the closest thing to some black tea.
Ah, shit. What's a
A
good
dash of
name for that?
soda, a dash of soda, and a pinch of salt, and that's it.
I actually kind of like calling it black tea. That's the name of that spirit.
There you go.
Or how about like brown tea or red tea? Let's say it's the kind of like a war, not because it's neo sanguine, but because of the actual like herbs themselves. Let's call it red tea. That's the name of that spirit.
CT.
DT. Counter-terrorist? CT?
Counter-terrorist land.
Cool. All right, yeah. So yeah, she fixes you up with one of those. Is Key
I
here?
think. Oh
I
yeah.
assume, right? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, she gives Key a little scritch, and Key makes a very funny noise.
Uh,
Good
Connor,
stuff.
just for my own sanity, there's not the only like there's nothing like is there anything weird about the like the lamprey mouth mark on Deja's neck?
I don't
Like
think at a glance someone passing you by in a bar is going to see that as anything besides a tattoo.
that's so fair. I was just wondering if it glowed sometimes because it's fucking weird.
It does, but not right now.
That's fair.
I think
I
it
was
it probably glowed when you were stuck looking at Man of War.
oh sick. I not like she would know. It's on the
No,
back of her neck.
no.
Alright.
I just was like, I think we're in a somewhat dark bar illuminated by magenta, so I'm like, hmm. But that's so fair.
Imagine.
So we all have our drinks.
Yeah, I think Samson gets
Apparently.
like a fucking seltzer,
Oh my god.
That's so valid of him.
like a non-alcoholic seltzer, like
Yeah. Yeah,
Ugh.
like a
Yeah.
literal seltzer water.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okey-doke.
Yeah, and like I said, I straight up, I do think Deja gets 2 pitchers, one for
Yeah,
everyone else,
totally.
and one for herself.
Yeah.
And gets some cups, I assume.
Definitely
Actually,
one for me.
you know what? Nah. Fine. She gets a cup for herself.
So I think what happened, Theseus.
Were you thinking of drinking it straight out of the pitcher?
Yeah. Call that
Do it.
efficiency.
Do it. Do it.
Maybe.
But get a cup for me too.
So Theseus, what does it
Yeah.
look like the moments right before this liquid touches your lips?
Okay, I think genuinely they look at the shot glass and they just kind of like shrug, give a smile, and go, "It's kind of like pink lemonade," and like gulps it down. And as they do, they like their face squinches as if they like just ate a straight like bad lemon. They shake their head like 5 fucking times, and then they let out like the most dry breath that lasts
Yeah.
a little bit too long.
When you down that, you feel it in your ears, you feel it in your eyes, and your halo appears for a second as almost a sharp dashed line that's trying to recombine itself. Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Confectioner laughs.
After I watch Theseus take their shot, Mako takes their essentially triple of what Theseus just had, and downs the entire thing pretty much
Yeah,
straight.
totally. Anyone besides Theseus and Samson can do that.
Yeah. Exactly.
If anyone wants to do
That
some
was
cool
the
shit,
point.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
was the point.
Uh huh. Yeah.
No. Locke's just sipping away his. That's
I
all.
was gonna say, I think Deja's. I don't. Yeah, I think she's taken a healthy approach to her picture of fucking. I have to assume the most mediocre beer that
It's
is around.
essentially like a so there's like a kelp that kind of acts like sugar cane. It's very sweet, and it basically makes like and that gets turned into like a dry, herby beer. And I think that's what that picture is.
Sure thing.
It's a
Um,
it's a
Like, it
forest
doesn't.
green, maybe
Mako
brown.
kind of
Oh.
looks over at Deja, glances at the picture, and kind of is like, "Can I get a cup?"
That's what the second one's for, Mako.
Yeah. But like, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
say
I'll fucking-
anything, but I kind of just like use my eyes and I kind of
Uh-huh.
like glance over to the picture.
Yeah. She'll pour you one. Hand it over.
After you hand it over, though, I do want to address kind of like the general party, and Mako also is very distrustful of Samson being here, so she kind of like keeps it relatively vague, but just goes, "What's the plan? What are our next steps?"
Ah,
More
that's
jobs, more money.
yeah.
Maybe we can hire a ship good enough to go looking for shit.
Maybe
mean-
after this we go to the church. I mean, of us are still kind of Mike.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of breathing room here. We could try to find some passage out, or I think our best bet is just to try to go to the last place we saw it. We saw him.
Okay. But
Tim.
Uh,
it just feels so odd.
I know. Him is. Him was our pilot.
Oh,
He's dead.
Oh. Sorry.
Not your fault. I
We
think.
need a new regular pilot. We need someone.
Preferably, I don't think we're gonna find another fucking telepath.
No, that was nice though.
It was. No, I don't
Someone
know.
who can operate a ship.
I think we can worry about that once we've given them the proof they want.
Yeah, but how are we gonna get that proof? We need to go out there.
Room.
We
I
need
guess
someone for now.
It's true.
And I got nothing.
Yeah, fair.
What proof?
Proof of death.
Don't worry about it.
How do you know he's dead if you don't have
We saw
proof?
it happen, Theseus.
He was able to talk to people over long distances. He was part of the team.
I felt it.
We all felt it. The connection was severed.
I see.
Apparently, that's not enough for them, so they want physical proof. That's on us to get.
Like a
They
ship.
don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. Is what it is. They just don't want to pay.
Well, of course
Why
they
would
don't.
they?
Why would they?
Yeah, obviously. But we need that.
Yeah, that's part of the reason we've been so desperate, I guess.
Yeah.
For some for some income. But look, it's not your fight, kid. I can understand feeling bad, but I don't know.
I just be respectful. I think everyone's deserving of that. And I think when Theseus says that, they take the pitcher, and they pour their little shot glass, and then they pour one out.
Adorable.
Aw.
I don't know him, but he sounds great. And they kind of like look over at you.
Odysseus.
To Odysseus.
Samson
Mako
raises
is
up a little
probably
seltzer.
2/3 of the way through her glass already, and she just downs the rest of it.
Same. Except I think Deja probably had like 2/3 of hers left, and she just.
Yeah, but she's also got a pitcher.
That's true.
Ah,
Oh, and she doesn't down the
This-
fucking thing. Just whatever was in her glass at the time.
Oh, are you actually using a glass? I thought you were just drinking out of the
Yeah.
pitcher.
She decided to be civil and.
Okay. Yeah. Valid.
Confectioner
I think
also pours
think-
a little shot and takes it.
I think Locke kind of scowls a little bit. This drink ain't good enough.
I pour the shot glass and hand it
Not
to
for him.
Locke.
Pour it full of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know any better.
Incredible. Truly incredible.
Yeah. Kid, that one's. Look,
No.
Locke, I don't think we're not gonna find a drink good enough.
I'll find the drink when we find him. Or what's left of him.
We'll figure it out.
Mako is probably definitely a little bit buzzed right now.
I think there's
Yeah.
a teeny tiny part of Locke that there's a very, very small part of Locke that's like, nah, he's still out there. We're gonna find him and I'm gonna get him a good drink. It's a small part of him.
Mako is a little bit upset because she's like, no, he's fucking dead. I can't have this hope. And she's like, I need a distraction. How sketchy is this bar?
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably some sort of betting something.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I want to kind of like turn in my chair because I assume we're sitting at the bar, right?
Yeah.
Basically, I want to kind of like half turn in my chair and kind of just like look over and see if I see any games.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It's not even like in a shady corner or anything. On the top catwalk, with one of the only lights over it, is a group of people who are. They're not like gruffly standing around and nodding, looking at a deck of cards. They are emotive. Some of them are laughing. Some of them are like punching the other in the shoulder. It is a group of people that vaguely look like some of them know each other and some don't. All standing around a kind of like, let's say it's like almost a circular table. And you can immediately recognize the game that they are playing.
Cool. I take note of that. I don't get up to go yet, but Mako is thinking of going and joining because she needs a fucking distraction.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think one thing that all of you who live in the lower decks know is it wasn't that long ago that there was a lot of infighting down here. But in the past few years, it has started to feel like people are really understanding that they should not be aiming their ire at the people down here, but should be aiming up.
Classism. Is anyone else doing anything?
No, I was sorry. I was laughing at Zane posted a meme.
Oh my God.
Oh god.
Zane posted a
was-
meme.
I was giving it a good laugh. I was giving
In
it a
the
good
poop
little
deck.
chuckle. In the poop deck. I don't know.
That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ahead of this because you seem like the type. Theseus, you don't have to be Odysseus. Just so you know that. Whoever you are or will be, that's who you are.
Yep.
I don't think I'm as experienced, but
Well, sure. I guess don't try to fill his shoes, I guess.
They're big shoes.
yeah, I think Theseus laughs at that. The only thing that I want to do is earn my team's respect.
We'll work on that. We'll get there. Maybe. Eventually.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I'm just gonna.
That takes time.
Drink.
Shit, I don't know. And you can tell Locke is joking. He's like, I don't know if they've earned mine yet.
Hey, nah,
Theseus kind of
no.
looks and then pours the shot glass of the beer again and then takes a swig.
Okay, all right. And Daisha's gonna grab another glass because she probably still has a few more, and it's gonna fill it halfway for Theseus. Just use this. This is a normal amount of that.
Mako. Oh, nope, go.
Go for it.
No, I'm going to cut you off, so finish this conversation.
I did not have anything to add.
Okay. Mako, are you going there just to distract yourself and play with some money, or are you going to interact with the people at the table properly?
I haven't fully thought that out yet, which is why
Okay.
I haven't really gotten up and gone yet.
Okay.
I'm kind of just I pour myself another drink from the pitcher.
Mhm.
And I am sipping that in the meantime.
Okay. Well. Well, Locke, I certainly hope I'm worthy of your respect. At this point.
Look, can I take a sip of your drink? It looks a lot better than what Mako gave me.
Yeah, rule number 27 says no.
What? 27?
What does rule number 93 say?
There's no rule number 93.
Then I say we follow rule 93.
So
Huh.
rule 22 specifically says not to follow any rule that isn't real.
Locke, just.
You know, I was
What?
told a lot of rules at the academy, but you guys don't seem to want to follow those.
Lock, give her a sip before she starts talking about the academy again. Please. Do it for me.
I think
I'm giving you puppy
I
dog
think-
eyes.
I think Locke just kind of like slowly like inches it over there. Like he's not even like holding it with his hands and sliding it. He's just kind of like poking it over there.
Theseus visibly does the like the fist pump back and it's like yes, and like goes to take a drink. And as they do, they put their hand up towards Deja to give a high five.
Oh my god.
God.
Thank you,
Re-
Saturn.
Really, what the? Do I?
Come on.
This thing that you drink tastes bitter and salty. And with like a
Yeah.
little very very slight, like not nearly enough to cover anything, sweet note at the end.
And a lot of alcohol.
I
And a
just make
lot
the
of
same
alcohol.
sour face that I made on the
It's
first
not.
drink.
It is not as bad as YFE.
No, I don't shake my head or anything. I just make a sour face.
Totally.
And I think Locke just kind of reaches over and starts slowly pulling it back to himself, and he grabs like a napkin and then he like wipes the rim of his glass and then he goes back to drinking it.
Mako at this point also gets up with a mostly full cup in her hand and kind of just walks over to the table where the
Huh?
game is happening
Yeah.
and just observes for a little bit. She doesn't say anything. She just watches because I feel like there's a couple other observers around.
Oh, there definitely are.
Yeah.
And
she's
there's
just
also at
watching the
least
game.
3 people who are betting on the people who are betting.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I think you guys have been here when these have turned ugly. But this one, at least for now, seems pretty friendly.
Yeah.
And there is, and I would say people are probably betting in like the orders of like 300s, right? So someone's whole pile might be like 1,000, and they're like splitting it up into the sections like that. And I think the game, I kind of want to call the game Seahorses. And it originally started as some kind of like, it was like a card game that was kind of based upon jousting, but then those cards got used for something else, and now it's a bastardization of a game. And different places you'll play with different house rules, but it seems like the people here kind of know what they're playing. Are you texting me something?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just observing.
I'm writing this down as well. Okay. Yeah. I think you don't know any of the people here, and they are. No. That's funny.
People are cooking.
But yeah, no. This is you don't know the people here, but yeah, just watching these kind of people like have some mindless fun. I don't know if that puts you at ease or if it just makes you disassociate. That's up to you, but yeah.
Yeah. It kind of. I'm a little bit more relaxed, but I'm still tense at the same time. Like, all of the tension has not gone away. But I'm just kind of watching, taking note of what's happening, who's doing what bets, and kind of like planning if I want to bet in who I'm gonna bet on.
Totally. I think a person kind of sidesteps next to you. You saw them as one of the 3 people that were betting on the people betting. And she's got a buzzed head, and a jacket with a collar that like pops up. And and is like a couple neon colors with some dark stripes on it. The zipper is absolutely chunky.
Hell yeah.
And like big combat boots that are not new. And yeah, she doesn't smile. She doesn't like laugh as she talks, but there's just like a weird joy that you can tell is behind it. And she walks up to you and says, "Playing?"
Nah.
She nods her head. "Wise. Guy on the left is cheating."
Heard.
And yeah, she turns to you, looks you up and down. "I've not seen you here."
Not my typical, but under circumstances. I go where I can get a drink.
She laughs a little bit. "Well, I know chocolatier, but not confectioner very well. I could probably get you a drink with him, but not with her."
Oh, don't worry about it. And I kind of hold up the drink that I already have.
Yeah, she nods. But I wouldn't be opposed to coming back when he's working. I could buy you a drink then.
Ooh. Sorry.
Mako also kind of looks her up and down and is like, maybe. Let me tie up some loose ends first.
Okay, yeah, she nods. Like without taking it out of her pocket, you get a ping on your phone that someone nearby is asking for contact information. And yeah, she smiles and kind of like nods to you understandingly and says, "Hope you don't bite."
Mako kind of like looks her up and down once more and kind of goes back to watching the game and looks a little bit closer at the guy on the left.
Yeah, he's absolutely fucking cheating. He's also still losing, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. Back at the bar. I think Samson is like watching the tube of Neo Sanguine and writing something down on his big old tablet. And then like looks back to the rest of you. How long you guys usually stay here?
Until I feel like going to sleep, usually.
Okay. Yeah, he just nods and sips his bubbly water.
But I'm not your mom or anything. You can, if you don't want to be here, I don't think anyone's gonna say
No,
that you
no,
have.
it's not that. I just no, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
What are you
No,
writing on your tablet? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Yeah, he starts to respond. Uh, yeah, well, little new here, so still just taking notes about gestures around all this.
That makes two of us. And I think I go to sit next to him.
Yeah, he smiles. And the moment you like make any kind of that, he just kind of like eases a little bit. Um, I I think I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
No, was that to Theseus or to all of us?
It seems to Theseus specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Theseus kind of like straightens their posture a little bit, and it's like, oh well, I don't know whatever for, but you're welcome.
I didn't know that, you know, people like us, and again, gestures between the two of you. I don't mean to assume, but just I didn't know that sometimes we got to be heroes.
Mm,
Well, I wouldn't call myself a hero. I mean, true heroes are them. And I gesture towards like the rest of the party.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, they're out here.
how do you think they started? It couldn't have been. Okay, well, maybe it was, but it couldn't have been that different. I'm sure, I don't know, give it a year, and how much will there really be a difference between you? You'll just be one of them. And I didn't think that people who ate fries in the church or stumbled on their words. No, I'm sorry, this is coming out wrong. Never mind.
Hey, it's okay. And I put a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, there's a shy smile.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
That's the
Do
goal.
it for a year or so, but I mean, these people do it every day. And
Yeah.
I feel like that takes a different type of determination.
Mm.
And don't discredit yourself, Samson. I mean, I see you tapping on that tablet a lot. You're obviously working hard towards something.
Working hard to just get her to notice. That's about it. But I have taken a lot of notes, and I think the fact that even the first hunt you got a pact, that means something. I mean, you know, I've only been here a week. I know there's not enough in me, either in my blood or my heart, but that can change, and I can change, and I think, and he like, again, the energy starts to like pick up in his eyes, and he starts opening some of his notes. I saw that based on what you guys have said, it's not a super conscious choice, and it's something that has to happen when it needs to happen. And if I get myself to the point that I could be a little bit safe to put myself in a little bit of danger, I think, and if I, and this one starts to bug him, start to drink some of that, points towards the like neo-sanguine tube and the YFE, maybe it could happen.
Well, and I look over at confectioner. What's her name? Confectioner. And I point towards the Theseus doesn't know what the fuck that's called with the smile.
Uh-huh. She rolls her eyes and pours you both another quarter shot.
Yeah, I go to grab it and I place one in front of Samson, and then I hold the other one, and I say, "Here's to change."
Yeah.
It tastes really bad.
Hey, that's okay. And he takes a swig of it and immediately starts coughing. And it, like
Yeah.
holding his throat, and then like looks to you, and like a tear is rolling down his cheek, and he just gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah, I do the same thing, make the exact same facial expression, and give
Yeah.
thumbs up back.
Yeah, and he notices the dashed line of your halo above your head, and that even through the tear and even through the coughing, he smiles. And once he starts to recover, he like looks at you, and in a whisper, he says, well, up there, before, I used to be a Savine, and for some reason, a while ago, it just stopped, and I thought maybe if I came down here, I might be able to change that again.
V up there stopped. Are you not from here?
No, no. I got here a couple months ago, and just now started working for the church. And honestly, it's been amazing, but it was basically just chance. The person who I was mentoring under, they were supposed to take the role, but they had to leave for something else, and here I am.
Well, I'm glad to have you here.
Thanks. You're the. No, never mind.
Say it. Come on.
I just. Um. Just the first time that someone's welcomed me.
You know, Samson, I think you should give yourself more credit. And of course you're welcomed. And people down here, and they kind of like jitterly look over the bar, have a funny way of welcoming you, but I'm sure you're more welcomed than you realize. And about this Aveen? Savi?
Yeah, Savine. It's what Mako is, I think. That's what the sheet says.
Have you tried talking to her about it?
No.
I mean,
I mean,
she might be able to help.
they're all. Look at. No.
Oh, come on. What were you saying a little bit earlier ago about putting yourself a little bit in danger? Mako's scary, but I don't think she'll bite. I don't think so.
Yeah, he's hovering over Mako's like essentially the kind of a registration into the choral church, which has a picture of the suit, which looks like a shark, and is just kind of like, yeah.
Well, don't look at that. Look at that. And I go to point at Mako. Got my mic? Question mark?
No, yeah, I heard you. Yeah,
Okay.
and Samson just. Okay, yeah, later.
You could ask her on a hunt.
What? No, that sounds dangerous. Or even I know you mean of a call, but like just later.
Okay. But I've given you an invitation. And I look over at Flux that I'm assuming is either gambling or something or whatever, but I think she would want you to come too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll call you guys next time you're on one. You know, guy in the chair and all that.
I think I pull up my phone and I send him a thumbs up.
He sends you one back.
I
Yeah.
saw
Okay.
that.
Cool. Oh yeah, all of you guys can hear and see that.
Yeah.
Except for Mako.
Oh, Locke,
Yeah.
you're saying you because you saw it on the phone, but yeah, you saw that doubly.
Oh yeah, wait, let me
I was gonna say, I think this entire time while those two have been talking, Deja's been like recounting some stupid fucking story, like some real dumb shit, like
To who?
to Locke, to the
Oh,
only other
nice.
person around that will listen to her.
Yeah.
I think Confectioner is listening and just goes, "Oh God, I've heard plenty of people getting choked on their mother and their own umbilical cord, but ugh."
Well, you
Well, like it's that's just life down here.
I mean, it's not as bad as that other story you told me, so it's fine.
That one's not worth it.
No,
Confectioner
no, it's
takes a
not.
broken tap and puts it in front of Key, and Key starts like messing with the bolts and trying to fix the valve.
My gosh. I love that.
I think hmm.
you know this, and at this point it's a little obvious that perhaps at a higher or a little bit of a slower rate than everyone else, but Deja's, I wouldn't say she's drunk, but she's affected. She's under the influence.
Totally.
Yeah, I still
and
wouldn't say
a
Mako
little-
is like drunk, but she's definitely feeling it, you know?
you know,
little
and maybe
tippy.
she'll a little bit, and she might kind of lean back in the chair just a little bit, regardless of whether it's a chair that's supposed to do that or not. Just
Yeah.
Officer Buckle be damned. Fucking,
Mm, word.
I I think this is the best I've felt since Odysseus died.
Oh,
And I don't know whether that's just because there's a lot of pearls waiting for me, or because
certainly helps.
no, it's probably that. Yeah, I think it's probably that.
Around this moment, Mako also starts walking back over to the rest of everyone. I feel like that game probably finished up, or at least there was kind of like a little break. And Mako wanders back with a glass almost pretty much basically empty.
Welcome back.
You run the
Thank you.
tables, or did you piss it all
Uh,
away?
just watched.
Oh.
I don't feel like
I mean, we just
I
got
don't
the
feel
money.
like making another wrong call.
Ooh.
Okay. Sure. Uh.
Yeah, I think Confectioner starts to clean some glasses and is starting to watch the clock next to the bar. You can see it's getting close to last call.
Pick this up tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I set my I like down the last couple drops of what was in the glass, and I set my glass down on the bar where they can grab it to clean it too.
Locke does the same.
Yeah, she
Visuals
smiles
on
and grabs y'all's glasses as you
There's-
hand it to her.
Yeah.
And I give like a nod.
She gives one back.
Thanks as always.
Of course.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then you can see, she's starting to clean up, and then in the background, you hear just a thud. And if anyone turns, the guy who was cheating just got punched in the fucking face, and blood is pouring down his nose and down his mouth. And Confectioner goes, "Battle!" and then angrily, and then starts running over, leaving some half uncleaned glasses, as people's friends try to pull them away from the table. And she goes up to the person who punched, and starts fucking chewing them out.
Mako definitely turns back to look after the thud and just cracks a smile.
Yeah.
Just laughs a little bit.
You see the buzz cut girl with the jacket, who you were talking to, smiles as she tucks something into her back pocket as all the friends are going to grab the people, and you can tell it's a bag of pearls, the one that the people who were betting on were going for. And she just starts walking towards the exit.
Gotcha.
I think Locke looks to Theseus. Roll 20. Don't stick around for the bar fight. And then he's gonna stand up. He's gonna stand up, and he's gonna kind of put his like slide the rest of his glass over, and then like maybe like put on his coat.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
finally
looks to Samson and is like, "Roll 20," and like goes to like leave with him.
Yeah, Samson follows Locke, and in the background behind Locke, we can see Key finally twists something and fixes the tap, opens and closes it, and then like looks proud and takes a step back. And from the upper deck, we can see in the background a chair coming down from the top, heading towards the bottom that had missed somebody, and just kind of like clatters to the floor with a loud bang as people start walking away from the bar.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hit. Deja just pounds the last like eighth of this pitcher, puts the clean one down next to everybody else's. Okay, all right, time to go.
Cool. All right, where do you guys go?
I think I go back to my not house.
Does everyone go to sleep?
It's
Yeah.
possible.
I
It
go
is-
to get a
um,
penguin refill and sleep.
Okay,
I was
cool.
gonna
Okay,
say,
I was
feel like
gonna say Locke was gonna ask Theseus if they had a place
same.
to stay, but then
Oh yeah, I'll take
also,
Locke with
like,
me.
Oh.
Locke, you can see my house.
No,
oh,
you-
you have a house?
you
Uh,
have a what?
I mean,
Right, that makes sense.
is this
No,
gonna be a crew
I-
sleepover? Come on,
No,
please.
what?
Oh, it'd be so fun.
But
Like,
all
I
my
haven't-
shit is at home.
Yeah.
you
That's
can
where all my
Samson's
shit
Samson's eyes go wide. Oh my god, I haven't slept in weeks. And you guys know that in the church, you don't have to sleep if you stay there.
Buddy, you're definitely having a sleepover at my house. It's okay. I have a really comfy guest bedroom.
You have a
Oh my god, am
I
I?
have like 3 guest bedrooms.
You have you
Probably more than that.
what?
mean,
Yeah, for
When
sure.
Dad would do like businesses and stuff, a lot of people would come over and spend the night, and you know, I'm sure he wouldn't mind me using it. He's
and
not home.
In your house is it in the cage?
Oh yeah,
Where
absolutely, it's in the fucking cage.
where else would it be?
Yeah, no, that was a stupid question.
Yeah, Theseus, you immediately like your brain immediately goes, "There are houses outside the cage."
Yeah, exactly. I think I might mumble that under my breath.
Yeah, incredible.
I
okay. I haven't heard the S word since I was like 13, maybe.
Is this
Look, I'm
Zane
not-
or Locke?
No, that's Locke. That's Locke.
Okay. Oh, come on. This would be such a good team building exercise. And, you know, I don't want to assume anything, but I think that sleeping on a really nice comfy bed would be a really good prize for our hunt today. I think it would be great.
I think you suddenly see Locke kind of. He kind of hardens for a second, and he's like, "Actually, I think it's just best I go home." You two enjoy. Actually, that's
Theseus like
yeah.
genuinely pouts, like giving you puppy dog eyes, lip out, pouts. We have good liquor there.
we are.
I think I turned to Deja and then give you the puppy eyes.
He is trying to not make eye contact.
I will roll for this.
It's I don't think that the people up there would appreciate me the way that I'm very markedly from down here. And down
I
here doesn't belong
appreciate
up
you.
there. Do you?
Yeah, of course. I appreciate all of my crew. I don't know customs down here, but this is my way of showing it.
I think yeah, you just see Locke just kind of look for a second. He looks kind of sad, and he's just like, "No, enjoy yourselves. I'm going home."
Can I roll to guilt Locke into coming?
Yeah. PvP.
Okay.
Go for it.
Are my damaged things? Are they still damaged?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
Everyone's still damaged until they go to church.
Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna use, what is this? Blood? I'm affecting his
Yes.
emotions. Oh shit, let me clear that. real quick.
1000% yes.
Blood.
Locke, this is heart.
Okay.
I'm gonna argue
Ugh.
soak up what you can. I'm trying to soak up his pity. Or at least his emotions.
No. Maybe? If you can find a better justification, maybe.
Okay. Outside perspective, because I'm trying to show them a new
Yes.
world.
Yes.
Help me help you. I want
Yes.
to help them have a good time. Ooh. He had mentioned wanting to find a new penguin. Can I use that to persuade him? If I
Did
like
Locke-
take out the little, yeah.
I did not mention it.
You thought you mentioned it coming out of the bar.
Locke said, could he come?
I-
He could get one for cheaper or whatever. Or we were talking about that, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were coming to get more. Okay.
No, he was actually on instinct was asking if you had a place to stay, because why wouldn't you have a place to stay? But he didn't think about it. Why wouldn't you have a place to stay? That was the intention, and that's when you invited him over.
That's so funny.
I like the idea.
I want to
Theseus.
ask if I can do this.
Hmm?
If I tell him, don't hold back, could I add his why I don't hold back to my roll?
See, I think the reasoning behind that
Because
would
you.
work against you.
Yeah, I think the problem is that don't hold back is about how like the other teams have failed before. So I almost think it's
People
the
he's
opposite.
seen.
Okay, never mind. Um,
I would let you find something on his sheet and add it to yours if you can tell me why.
okay. Uh, Quality assurance. Oh, okay. Quality assurance testing. I am trying to give him a quality time. He needs to test the waters. And I am assuring him that it will be quality.
See, the same reason why I don't hold back would work is the same reason I don't think QA testing would work.
I am gonna posit that QA testing can maybe apply here, and the reasoning being that you want to know details about the people who are on your team, and you need to like get some
That's
empirical
true,
data
too.
in order to understand the risks that they put you in when they're around you, and seeing this kid's house would help with that, especially if you do some
That's-
snooping.
also true.
You have a back door
That
to
would
my
be
phone.
something he could in fact be torn.
Might as well have a
there.
back door to my fucking house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think it makes sense for quality assurance. I think Theseus can steal that.
Yoink!
Now, Locke, if you can find something on Theseus's sheet that you think would help you, that would also work.
Let me figure out my
Yes,
attributes real
do that.
quick.
I
Bonds
feel like there's a
dismantled.
really
Easy
good
peasy.
one.
Bonds dismantled.
Bonds dismantled, absolutely.
Were you nodding at me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Theseus said specifically that they're trying to guilt me into it, right?
Seems the way.
Persuade.
A wrench is better used by the owner. You're trying to use my emotions against me.
Oh,
to get cheated.
fuck
Damn it!
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. That works so well.
Okay. This isn't pre-established, so you can feel free to turn me down if you
Mhm.
want. However, I would like to at least attempt to add a double meaning to lockdown.
Oh.
It is a physical attribute though, so this is kind
No,
of
no, tell
iffy.
me. I can be very
Um,
persuaded into this.
This is him shutting off like his emotions
Yep.
to prevent
Yep.
pain. Yeah.
Yep. Sold. Easy
Yeah.
sold. Use it like that more. I like it.
Why I
Locked
don't
down,
hold
more
back.
like locked in.
Yeah, I agree with why I don't hold back. You're not trying to.
I think could I use backdoor to Theseus phone in the same way that they're using QA testing against me?
Yep.
Because I'm also getting information from them.
Yeah, you maybe
already
don't.
without
You
having
yeah,
to
maybe
do
you
that.
don't need to go to their house to get that information. I like it.
Obviously, it's less effective, so it's still one. Okay, I think this is it for me.
Deja, are you helping me at all?
No.
Oh, actually, let me look at
What?
Theseus' sheet. Let me look at Theseus' sheet real quick. Let's see if I got
Why?
anything.
Why was that where your mind went?
Theseus, have you rolled yet?
I have not rolled yet. Oh, can I argue soak up what you can because I'm trying to soak up as much quality time with my friend.
We did just tell you about how Odysseus McFucking died.
Yeah.
Can I tell
Yes. Theseus,
Locke
yes.
the thing that I showed you, Connor? Can I help Locke here? By just telling them?
Yeah.
When Connor was saying that if you could find something on Theseus's sheet, you could possibly use target on my back.
That's exactly what I was gonna go for.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure you
That's
had that as
exactly
well.
what I was gonna go for. Okay.
All right, I think I got as much as I can.
No, you have one more, which is Samson's aspect, Encyclopedia Personaca.
Aw.
Aww.
If I can spell those.
Ooh, good luck. Spelling is hard.
Okay, it is over on the World tab.
Okay.
And it is a 2.
Oh, Samson. I love this man so much. He's definitely invited to the sleepover. Okay.
Yeah, so Samson kind of pipes in and is looking at the tablet and then like looking around at Locke and goes, I'm sure that there's a lot of upper deck tech there that you could dissect if you went.
Ooh.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, and you can see that he literally like has your again that registry with the Choral Church.
Could I
open.
take top shelf engineer because of that?
No.
Damn it.
You already got one thing from that, which is Samson.
True. Okay.
All right, I think we just roll.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready to roll.
Do it.
3, 2, 1 it.
3, 2, 1.
Yes!
Holy
I was
shit.
rolling 6 fucking dice, by the way.
Did the last dice turn up as a side?
Yes.
I had
It did. So it was
literally
Samson.
made it.
literally my heart is the only one that rolled right. That rolled right.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Damn.
Which I think is a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
God. damn it.
sleepover time. You can be upset about it.
Time.
Yeah.
You
no,
you can
Rock
be
is
incredibly
upset about
reluctant,
it.
but I think you're going.
He is so reluctant to do this.
Cool.
Like
I just want to. I want to
the first
poll
time
everyone.
He was
Oh, never mind.
mentioned, the first time it was mentioned, he was kind of like funnily curious, but then he thought about it and then he locked down, and then Theseus just kept pushing, and instead of blowing up about it, relented.
You're my dad. Boogie
All
boogie
right.
boogie.
Oh my god. All right.
Deja, are you coming?
I don't.
I mean, Locke's coming. Samson's coming. It'll be such a fun time. I don't know where Mako is, or else I would have definitely invited her.
Mako is gone. Mako's halfway back to her house by now.
Yeah, that's
Mako
fair.
took the
I,
opportunity.
Mako said, "Catch y'all in the morning."
Look, I
I will roll again. I swear to God.
Do it. Roll.
Please, Deja.
Deja, you don't have to do this.
In your own voice, in the back of your head, Deja, you hear, "Have to do this."
what I want to be crystal clear. It said I have to do this.
Yeah, it said it echoed Locke's words of, "You don't have to do this," and it just says, "Have to do."
Leaving out the you don't.
Yes, correct.
I think I take your hand.
Well,
But-
like,
I take my hands and I clasp your hand and I'm pleading. Like the sticker that I sent in session chat, I'm essentially but like holding your hand while doing it.
you're sure that your old man isn't gonna be there?
Yes, positive, 100%. He very, very rarely visits.
I do. That's. Talk about that later.
She says that with a smile. This will be the first time I have friends over. Come on.
One night. One.
Yes. Yes. One night. That's
no.
it. That's it. I promise.
You get one. And it's a secret.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I can keep secrets. I promise. And
Mako, if you want to say that you hear this and want to come, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah, okay, you're gone. Cool.
I'm gone. Nothing is gonna change.
Mako
Mako is not going to that place.
He's out.
Cool.
I
Heard.
think Theseus turns to Samson, like grabs his shoulders and is like jumping for joy.
Yeah, okay.
Yippee!
I think that there is some bullshit and boring bureaucracy and lots of hallways between the candy shop and the manor of the manor of war. Oh fuck
The
me.
Manor of
Yeah,
War? Oh,
that's what it
God.
is.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah,
You would.
All the Manor of War, like
Yes.
there's like a fucking like estate sign outside.
Yes.
There's
that
like a
says
gift shop and a
Manor of
museum
War.
on the first
there's
floor.
not
Rock
maybe
might actually puke.
It's not a gift shop. It's full of gifts that are free for people who are visiting, like business people, right? Like executives. Um,
The fucking
They got
swag table.
Yes,
fancy little
exactly.
chocolates and shit.
Oh yeah, there is a permanent like chocolate fondue thing.
Oh my god.
There's like food that is
Oh,
constantly stocked on the side, and there is. I'm trying to find a fun word for them, and I will absolutely take suggestions. But people who are essentially like um, lobotomized using neo-sanguine powers
Oh
to
my
become
god.
indentured servants for a period of time and then get their mind back at the end, but are like severance mind wiped
I was gonna
in
say
the
they're
period.
severed.
Yes, exactly.
What are the
Jesus.
fish that like latch on to sharks?
Ooh, that's good.
you go.
Remora is pretty good.
There you are.
Okay, yeah, I think they're called Remora.
There's severance in this.
Yeah, I think they're called Remora because there is a species of like mini monster that is eerily similar to how Deja's suit is attached. There's like a remora on the back of their neck that is like latched into their spinal cord, and their eyes are like glazed over milky white. They respond to words. They do not speak, and you have seen people with like those scars. And they come back mostly normal, so it's not like this is literally killing a person to make a slave out of them. It is temporary slavery, and you know it pays upsettingly well.
I give them both a hug when I come into the house.
They do not respond.
Yep.
You have never learned their names, but it is up to you if you made some up for them. Let's say there are two main ones here.
Ooh.
If you made some names up for them, oh my god. Yeah, Deja is let's go with extremely uncomfortable about that.
Yeah, well, Locke is like maybe visibly repulsed.
Yeah, it's like sometimes it's hard to tell what Deja's thinking. It's not subtle.
It's
She
all
is.
it's face
think-
value here.
This is gonna be so fucked, but I think I heard my dad maybe mention it, but I think I call them R and L.
No.
Oh fuck, that's so fucked up. Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, it's literally right and left, and it's just the ones that when you enter, they're always on one side or the other. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the other thing I want to mention is like you sign a contract for like a year or two. You don't exist for that year or two, and then you snap back. It's not like you come home from work and you're unsevered. It is a year or two. Your life disappears. They pay you a shit ton, like 5 times what you would make normally in the underdecks. And then you get your life back at the end and hope things are still okay.
But
Yeah, I come in with a smile. I tell them like, good evening, R and L. I hope you've been well, and I give them a hug. And like I point you guys out to them, and I'm like, I made some friends today. They're gonna be sleeping over. Please don't tell mom and dad, or please don't tell dad. I don't know where the fuck mom is. But
Yeah.
we'll be upstairs. Okay, bye. And then I like rush you guys up to my room.
oh god,
Oh
I just
yeah.
got like a
Deja is happy to get.
In the middle of the living room, there is a statue that has like a couple clasps that are very clearly to hold armor, and the statue is empty. And it's like basically a statue of Poseidon, and it's very clear that like Manowar could put the shell here onto this statue, but it is empty. Theseus, you have never seen the shell on that statue.
Yeah.
I think out of habit, I turn to the statue and say, "Hi, Dad." And then like
Hmm.
look back at y'all like embarrassed, and then just continue to go to my room.
Hmm.
I'm just-
Deja's just trying to she wants to be away from the remora as much as possible.
Bree, that's really good.
Great. Locke has been shocked into silence.
Yeah.
He does not know how to react here. He did not think this is where he was gonna be tonight. He feels uncomfortable. He is regretful.
Yeah, I
He
was gonna
is
say, I think Deja's like, oh my god, I'm already here. I'm already here. I'm already
it's a
here.
long walk back home.
Yeah.
And then we get to my room. My room is cool. It'd be fun. I hope Samson is enjoying himself.
Yeah, Samson is having a fantastic time. He's a
I
little creeped out by the remora, but
I'm-
he absolutely takes some of the chocolate fondue, looks at like the statue, starts taking notes, looks at like the little like not gift shop, and is like noting down the things that are there and the things that are not.
So, yeah, this is my room, and I like point to a door, like with my arms stretched out and everything. Do you guys want any like snacks or any drinks or maybe some blankets? Gosh, how does Dad do this?
I uh
Do you
I
have a
mean
bathroom?
L walks up to you, Locke, and kind of does like a mini bow with their head, and you can see the like the fish thing on the back of their neck twitches, and it causes their face to spasm for like a tenth of a second, and then they start walking in a direction, expecting you to follow.
Deja is
I
majorly
regret.
creeped the fuck out.
Locke,
is-
I just
Locke is,
thanks, Al,
Locke
and
is
I like wave.
Locke is following, but looking back at Deja with eyes of like, what the fuck?
Deja's kind of she isn't really I don't know if she beats Locke's eyes at all, but she is just kind of nervously like she does just keep rubbing the back of her neck every so often.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Just
I,
uh I
the
just
fact that Locke wanted to go to the bathroom, not to use the bathroom, but to process, and then
Uh-huh.
was immediately met with more things to process.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get to the bathroom, and it looks like it's out of a TV show.
Oh
It
god.
is like dark mahogany. There is real wood, which is maybe one of the first times you've ever seen real wood. Um, and like marble and granite. There are plants growing inside of here, and like beautiful lights that almost look like fireflies that are like swarming inside of here. And you get a feeling that there are many bathrooms in this place, and they are each themed individually.
Okay. I, I I guess I better use the restroom so that when I finally do go to my guest bedroom, I can not have to leave it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay,
Oh my
that's what
god.
I'm doing. Cut to Deja.
Yeah. Cool.
oh man.
Deja, you feel like warmth building in the back of your head.
Warmth.
It's true.
Not warmth, not like that of home, but warmth of like a fever.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Um uh BCS, we're not expected to like I I don't know. I'll, I'll sleep here, but no, um I I don't know. I'm not feeling great. I think I might just want to lie down.
Oh,
It's no one's fault. I think it's just a thing that you know.
yeah, of course. Shit.
I mean, it could have been the booze. It could have been who knows.
Do
You know.
do you need your own room or?
I think. Well.
Are you sharing a room with Locke?
Well, I'd find it. I'd find it hard pressed. There's no way anyone can wake me up. I am an incredibly heavy sleeper.
Well, here. And I open the door and like gesture into my room. If you're not feeling good now, you can lay here. I can find somewhere else. It's good.
Sure. Yeah, and like, I think, yeah, I think Deja will leave her like her jumpsuit on the floor. She's not fucking like naked or anything, but whatever. She's not gonna sleep in a jumpsuit.
I think my room looks like I'm gonna post it in the world below. It's like this, but pink themed.
Yeah, she tries to interact with as little of it as possible.
That's totally fair. Just for immersion. Looks kind of like that, but it's like pink themed, and then all over
Oh
the
my God.
walls is like
Oh my
like
God.
drawings over the years of like them as a hunter.
Oh my God.
And I think there's like some posters of like her dad and stuff. But yeah. And she kind of like pulls the blanket off, like makes sure you're settled and everything. Do you need anything like some water or I mean, I can see if we have any penguins laying around.
No, I don't think I don't think that'll. Um, some water, please. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
you
of
hear
course.
you hear footsteps,
Right. Ah.
and in
I think
a period of time that is far too quick, R knocks at the door.
I open
think-
the door.
R holds out a glass of water in a gold rimmed glass.
I appreciate it. I really do. But I was kind of hoping to get this one.
Yeah, R takes it and starts walking away.
Thank you. I'll be right back. And I go down to the kitchen to get some water.
Okay.
Samson, feel free to hang out and my room's open or the guest bedroom to the left should do. Yeah. And then I go back down.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Samson is still like looking at the statue and has started to note the like mechanisms. Okay. Theseus, you get the water, and okay, no, not yet.
What are you about to do?
Nothing. You get the water, Deja. How long do you like linger before just taking a room and going to sleep?
I think she waits to see if she feels any different, and yeah, I mean, maybe at least. Oh, it can't be that long.
Yeah,
I think
you
she,
feel
like-
you feel the
yeah.
fever slowly growing.
Oh, I know. I can't get sick in Theseus's room. I can't. I shouldn't do that. I think, yeah, Deja might try to. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, fuck it. We'll say before Theseus even gets back.
Oh, just goes to a room.
Yeah. Hilariously,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
she probably left her jumpsuit down. Her like whatever that was. I think she just forgot about that.
Okay.
Just left it on the ground.
Saturn,
Hi.
would you like 0, 1, 2, or 3 experience points for what happens tonight?
Do it. Do it.
Oh my
The high,
god.
if you
100%
choose,
do it.
if you choose 0, Deja stays up the entire night fighting the fever and loses and takes some kind of damage. You can tell me which aspect. 1, 2, and 3 are there's an option for each of those in increasing insanity. I think you understand.
Yeah, I do.
Do
Okay.
it. Do it.
You tell me 1, 2, or 3, or 0. You can resist this, and you just don't sleep tonight, and you spend the whole night fighting this fever. You do the moment you get into another room away from everybody, you just start hearing the echo of "have to do this, have to do this, have to do this."
It's, I she kind of want to like shut up, shut up.
Have to do this, have to do this, and it starts to not be your voice.
Oh.
I would like 2, please.
Sounds great.
Oh, fucking yeah, you would.
Sounds great.
I would like 2.
You guys go to sleep. Locke, do you do anything after the bathroom before sleep?
No. I think he maybe finds Theseus and asks about like the guest room.
Oh, yeah, there's one on the right over here. I think you might like it's
Uh sure. Yeah.
if you need anything, you can just let L or R know. Or me.
Mm,
I'm happy to assist too.
I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Okay. Good night.
Thanks. I guess thanks.
Okay. Locke, do you think you're able to fall asleep? Just up to you.
It's the comfiest bed you've ever slept in.
Oh yeah, the
probably.
room is fantastic. There are lights in the room, but they are like dimmable. They are like beautiful and like LED, but they're incorporated into the room. It is absolutely beautifully oceanic themed. It can go pitch black if you want. The bed is immaculate. There is a setting on the side that lets you change the stiffness.
Oh god.
Yeah. But the question is,
I-
are you able to fall asleep? It's up to you.
You know what? Let me roll for this.
Okay, sure.
Hell yeah.
I think. Are you rolling to convince yourself to fall asleep, or are you pushing yourself to try to stay awake? Does that make sense?
I want to say he's trying to fall asleep, but he's taking in a lot of information, and he doesn't quite feel comfortable where he is. Like his body is comfortable, like to the max. His mind is not.
Also, I think it's Theseus. Can you untake QA testing from Locke?
Oh, yes.
Or just anyone plus clear on their stuff? Yeah. Cool. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, let me clear that.
I was just gonna.
You can make it.
What's the closest to it? Like a 50-50? Is it like 2?
I mean, do you just want to roll a 50-50?
Yeah, that's what I was pretty much gonna.
Okay, just click on your brain, no other stats, and just roll it.
All right.
Okay, that's a 1. So that's what does that mean to you?
That was him
Or I
trying
can
to
decide.
fall asleep.
Okay, yeah, so you managed to fall asleep.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, Deja, I will let you make one choice tonight.
Okay.
One or both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
One or both.
Yep.
Oh.
Do you take one or both?
Oh no.
What the fuck?
No!
What the hell does that even
You don't
mean?
take either. You don't take either.
No, you already made that
That's
choice.
not an
You get the 2
option,
experience.
Io. A fucking both, I guess. I don't.
Cool.
What?
Awesome.
Say both.
Sounds good.
Why did you say both?
All right, Deja,
I
you
don't
get your 2
know.
experience points. So you're going from a 6 to an 8. Did you already add them, or am I adding them?
No, you're adding them, dog.
Okay, there you go. You get an 8. So you have 3
I don't know
spendable.
what this means. I'm so sad.
Okay.
I don't know what this means.
What
By
are there
s-
2 of in my house?
By some miracle, no one hears what happens that night. And when you awake, you find a house in ruins. The statue has been turned to rubble as an anchor has been dragged through its stone. And the all of the pretty little like toys and gifts at the front entrance have been shredded and shattered. The tables are in ruins. Every bathroom is leaking water. This I think I mentioned the statue is literally shattered, and just like the head of this like Poseidon figure is right in front of the main door, and to the left and right of the statue are 2 squashed, greasy messes where there used to be 2 remora fish, and L and R are nowhere to be seen.
Solidarity with my fellow workers. I
Are you glad you didn't take a 3?
I don't know what 3 would have been, and I'm scared.
It would have been bad.
Yeah, I
I want to
Man.
say what happens, how this day starts, is I think Theseus, you wake up and your door is open, and with
Where is
two
Deja's shell?
bloody. That's up to Deja. Deja, did you wear your suit for this? Your shell?
you know, she probably would have left it at the fucking dock.
I think it's at the port, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I think that one's at the port.
Even if you left your anchor at the port, your anchor is here now, and you don't know how. And
Oh my god.
yeah, and and when you both snap to, Deja, you could feel yourself still walking forward, and you snap back from that place of blood and the waterfall and the voices and the shades, and you don't know why, but you claw yourself back right at the edge, and you find yourself halfway into Theseus's room, hands covered in dark, inhuman blood.
And I wake up to this?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Shit.
Ooh, I know how I'm gonna play this. Ooh, okay.
Shit. Oh,
Theseus like kind of rubs their eyes a
oh,
little
please.
bit.
No, go. No,
And
don't.
is like,
No, please. No,
Hey,
why?
Deja, did you
No.
need another glass of water?
Fuck. What the? I don't.
It's good to know you're feeling better from your fever.
No. Theseus. Theseus.
Theseus, you hear the dripping first.
Theseus.
What is that? Did you like spill
Theseus.
something?
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no, Theseus.
Oh,
Who or what's blood is on my hands? What?
The fever claws at the back of your mind, angry that it was stopped before the finish line, and it speaks to you in not your voice, not even a little. Have to do this. Have to do this.
oh my god, Deja. Oh my god. Okay.
I am not.
Theseus,
doing
you didn't.
it.
Yeah, Theseus, you didn't hear that. Just to be clear.
Yeah. I just see the
No.
blood.
She's replying out loud. I'm not
Hey,
gonna
hey,
do that.
It's okay. I run up to her and I like
I don't know what
like
that is, but I
gently
don't want it
have
to.
my hands
No.
around her. Hey, it's okay.
No. She like is.
Deja,
like.
Deja, look at me. Look at me. Look only at me. Hey, look at me. Breathe. Breathe.
Theseus, what did I do? What did I do? What did I fucking do?
You didn't do anything. You're breathing.
I think I did. I think I did do something, Theseus, because I feel because I went to bed and now I'm standing here, and I did something.
Hey.
I don't know what it is, and I don't want to turn around because if I see it, then I don't.
Then don't look at me.
No, but I have to turn around at some point, right? Like,
I literally put my hands on her face. It's okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't say that like it is. I don't.
Just breathe.
The fever won't go away.
I check her forehead.
Her skin is so cold.
It won't.
Okay, it's okay. Hey,
No,
we're gonna go over here.
What did I do? Why am I here? I should be in bed.
When she
You're right.
speaks, it smells like salt water.
You should be in bed, and that's why we're gonna sit down here.
Why do I? Why do I have my anchor? I shouldn't have that. That was back at the port.
No. You probably wanted something familiar, and I tried to take it? Question mark.
I was gonna say, Deja would like to let go of it. I see.
Oh.
I don't know. Counter.
Oh, sorry. What
Owner?
did you say? Bree was distracting me.
Oh, okay. But Deja would like to let go of her axe.
I would like
Anchor.
I would like to take it from Deja.
Yeah, I think you do that, and the vines like trail and wrap around your fingers like a lover not wanting to let go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And we're just gonna put that right there. It's okay.
Deja, what color are your eyes?
I don't. I think they're. Oh, fuck my life.
Has someone drawn a color picture of Deja's eyes? Okay.
Oh fuck! No. Someone
I
has.
have.
I need to
It's
go
in the
find
gallery.
it.
No, it's just like pink in the image because pink.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel
it's pink in there,
like-
but we had one. We make fucking.
Are they not like
hold
a
on.
hazelish green
I was
color?
gonna. Yeah. Hold on. I'm zooming in. We're zooming in and enhancing. They appear to be some sort of dark.
Oh
green.
yeah, it's a dark
Kinda?
green. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One of your eyes is still a dark green, and the other has the like shattered, toothy circle of the lamprey eel's mouth wrapped around it. It almost looks like it's chewing on your iris.
My God. Okay.
You're serious?
I was saying that I will find a way to play this out, but I was saying that I want to put my halo on.
Uh-huh.
And I think the way that Theseus does that is they take the covers of their blanket and wrap it around her. Theseus doesn't give a fuck about the blood right now. They just care that Deja is okay.
What did I do?
And as I wrap it, I tell her, fuck.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything. Hey.
I did something.
No. You just came over for a sleepover.
Locke, if you want to be awake, you can be. It's up to you.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think Locke wakes up hearing like some commotion.
No.
He opens his door, and I think y'all just hear down the hall like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, the hallway is trashed. There's like an anchor mark dragged through the fucking concrete, just behind the like nice plaster surface. And yeah, and you can see that there's like a couple bloody handprints against the walls of like a too dark blood. And yeah, you can hear like sobbing coming from one of the rooms.
No, Theseus, I told you, man. It's
Hey. It's okay.
What?
You don't have to be afraid. And I think that's
Oh.
when the halo kind of comes from up from behind me and then kind of slowly makes its way over around Deja. You don't have
I
to be
think
afraid.
she's like full on like kneeling on the ground, like just trying to be a tiny
Yeah.
little fox, a tiny little grub, a little tiny
I-
little fox with the
I
world.
think I'm
What?
kneeling in front of you and like holding your hands, like trying
Deja.
to keep the blanket on you.
Deja, one last thing. You know when you're in like an unfamiliar place and suddenly you hear the fan turn off or the air conditioning turn off for the first time, and you realize this entire time there had been noise, and suddenly you're left with silence? That is how your head feels when the voices you didn't know you were hearing fade away as the halo forms around you.
It's gonna be okay. I
What
promise.
the fuck happened here?
Are you in the doorway, Luck?
Yeah, you see.
I look at you with like genuine fury. I'm really angry at you. I don't think you would ever picture Theseus to be angry, and now it is.
As
It's really quiet
as-
in here.
has so for as long as we've been a team, has anything like this ever happened?
Not even
No, I
fucking
think so.
close.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, there's
I
no
didn't
way
think
anything
so.
this bad has even remotely happened.
You,
Like-
you are maybe not even aware that Deja has ever lost control. Ever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Deja? I think Locke like looks around a little bit more. Like he like looks at like the anchor marks in the
Uh-huh.
concrete.
And for the first time, Key, not maybe the first time, but the first time in a long time, Key looks scared and is hiding behind you.
Baby.
Deja, I think it's time that we go. I think
Can you just
we
give her a second?
what do you mean a second?
Just
Do you have any idea like what could happen to us? People like us?
do you have any idea how scared she is right now?
Yeah.
Just-
No, look,
No,
I think
just go if you want to go. I'll be fine.
what
I'll figure it out.
what if someone shows up?
I don't know.
Look, it is my house. I'll take care of it. Okay?
I don't know. Just
Grab some snacks on the way or something. I don't know. Just
No,
just
I literally get up and I close the door. I'm not even kidding. I hope that's okay.
no, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. I go back over to Deja.
what did I do? What did I do?
Hey. You know what we're gonna do?
Mm.
Just humor me, okay?
How'd you make them so quiet?
I can try to make it quieter.
Um,
You just
I
have to
think-
count to 10, okay? We can do it together, or if you want to do it on your own, loud in your head, it's okay. Just count to 10.
Oh, I don't want to be in my head. I don't want to be there.
Then count with me. And I think I like take out her hands, and as I count, I like push one of her fingers for each number. 1,
Yeah.
2,
2,
3. What comes
4,
next?
4.
4. We have 5. And 6. 7.
7. 8, 9.
When you say 9, you feel your eyes burn. Something hears that number and it hurts.
Or we don't have to count.
No, 10. 10.
10.
It eases.
How are you feeling?
Like shit.
Okay. What can I do to help you not feel like that?
Tell me that I'm dreaming and that this isn't real.
Then you're dreaming. And this isn't real. And when you go back to sleep, you'll wake up.
I don't think that's true. I don't.
Barely able to push back the muffling feeling of the halo, you hear a couple voices in the back of your head, almost as if they're arguing. Wake up, sleep. Wake up, sleep. And it almost sounds like it is still your voice, but you from different ages, one young, one old. Samson meets Mako at the door.
You mean Locke?
No.
No,
Oh.
Samson
No.
meets Mako at the door.
Oh
The,
shit.
the camera sees a message sent a while ago. We can see that it looks like Samson has been sitting in this living room, looking at the 2 greasy blood spots for a while, and contacted Mako to bring them over. Locke, I think you can see that if you want to.
Yeah. Locke didn't leave. He just kind of incredulously sat outside of the room.
Yeah.
And was just looking around.
Yeah, I think you just like see it down the stairs.
Yeah.
Totally.
And Samson, Mako, and Locke, you all can see those greasy blood spots of 2 spattered remora fish.
Can I roll to heal Deja?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use blood. Could I use soak up what you can? Because I'm trying to
Yes.
soak up the anxiety.
Yes.
As well as outside perspective, as I
Yes.
want her to focus on me. Oh, excuse me. Help me help you.
Yes.
Could I use distorted light as I'm trying to be like how do I explain this? Trying to be the thing that I didn't have.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, it's the right house for it.
Yeah. And then could I use rinse and repeat? Because I know that she's strong enough to get through it. She's probably done this before.
Oh, yeah. It's really cute.
Oh, the pain.
That's really cute.
Oh, my bones.
Do I have anything I'm rolling against?
You
My
are
emotional
trying.
bones.
You are trying to beat a 2.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think Deja
got a
would resist,
two.
but I feel like they would, you know?
Yeah, that works. Deja, you have Queen of Grudges back, which is maybe slightly ironic, but that is the damage that you currently had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If it in the future, actually, Deja, do you have any spendable? You do. Can I
Oh,
can I request that you form a new emotional bond, and call it something like like Little Angel or something like that?
yeah.
I'm going to die!
Cool.
Yeah, fucking.
You can make it a level 1 with the
I
spendable
will
you have.
give you my experience. I will.
No,
like,
no, no.
Literally, I will give
She
you
has
that.
enough, and I think this will come in handy. So.
Oh.
We'll have it in there right now. We'll just...
Mako kind of like asks Samson when she gets to the place. She's like, "So, what?"
Those, and Samson points at the 2 bloody spots. Those are remora fish, and you know what that means. And Samson looks around. I made a map of the house last night, and I've checked every corner that I wrote down, and I can't find the people that were connected to those fish.
Out of character because you said I should know. What
Yeah.
what are remora fish?
So earlier we were talking about how the R and L, those 2 servants of the house,
Right.
had remora fish connected to their back of their necks, that were essentially severancing them for a year or 2.
Right.
And R and L are missing, and the remora fish are dead.
Right.
And then
Thank you.
beyond that, the house is just utterly thrashed.
Thank you for the reminder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I kind of like walk through the rubble and I find the rest of the group
I mean,
as
locking them are.
Asia is kind of just sitting there.
Yeah. To be clear, she is behind a closed door.
Okay, yeah.
Although
I
Locke
kind of
also
like,
knows this, so.
You could peek it open.
yeah, I kind of like tap very lightly with the back of one finger and slowly open the door a little bit. So how are you holding up?
Not very well.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Is it really bad?
I mean, yeah.
I'm
But
sure it's not that bad.
Yeah.
you've been in worse.
I Did I kill them?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't either.
This I'm not gonna push you too fast on this. but we're gonna have to talk about this.
Locke, can I get you to make a roll for me?
Yeah.
I want like brain, basic engineering stuff, and I want you can use key for this, and you need to beat a 2.
Okay.
Can't tell you exactly what's going on, but I can answer if you have ones you're not sure about.
Okay.
You can definitely use lockdown.
Yeah.
And backdoor to
Is it
Theseus's
basic?
phone.
Basic engineering stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure to use key and lock. And keys drone.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Um.
And lock and key.
QA testing. Okay,
Key and lock and key.
I'll take that.
Not QA testing.
Okay.
Just need to beat a 2. Or hit a 2.
Alright.
That'll do it. And you say when we are going to need to talk about this, and the moment you do, the kind of passive sensor array that you have running around you alerts you that a silent alarm went off a while ago, and Key perks up, hearing something you don't. The drone flies over to the door as you hear something start to click. Key inhabits the mechanical door and keeps it shut as something tries to get in the front door.
Lovely.
I told we have to go. We have to go. We can't just sit around. What is
What?
Theseus, where's the back door?
Through the kitchen.
And I
You-
look
you-
to everyone, basically, and I go, to the kitchen.
you and Locke is pointing at Theseus. You're coming with us. You have to come with us. We cannot separate. Not until this is figured out.
Yeah, fine. Okay. I look over to Deja. Are you gonna be okay?
Mako also goes over to Deja and offers a hand to kind of pull her up off of the. I think Deja's sitting right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of help her up.
I'll be
Locke
fine. We have to go. We have to go.
Locke does not offer any obvious.
Yeah, that's fair. And Deja's gonna grab. She's gonna pick her anchor back up.
Yeah. Through Key, you can feel someone or something twisting, something stronger than just a someone twisting the latch to try to open the door, and then starting to pound on it.
Yeah, no, Deja.
Yeah, we're going.
Her survival response is like kicking in again, and she's
Cool.
like, okay, yeah, come on, and she'll grab like her. Yeah, she'll grab her little jumpsuit on Theseus's floor and her anchor and just start hauling ass.
All right. Okay. Yeah, because Locke succeeded, you guys do not have to roll to escape. And you manage to get out, and as you do, Locke, you get far enough away from the door that Key has to back off and snap back to you, gets back into the drone and pulls that back. And you can hear the door smash open. Heavy footsteps, too many footsteps.
God damn it.
Yeah. Theseus, despite the lack of interaction, you recognize those footsteps,
Yep.
and something in the back of your head goes, "Dad's home."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm getting the fuck out of there.
God.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys get out of there. I will say this is about 4 hours.
Yeah, I say this is a good place.
This is a really good place. This is a really, really good place to.
Cool. This is absolutely not where I thought this session was going to go, which is fantastic.
Holy.
Hey, me neither, dude.
Sleepover.
I'm calling this episode Sleepover.
Okay.
No!
Deja,
Now that we're
have-
at the end. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Deja, you have officially